Hey, look at that. Looks like YouTube is actually working tonight. Zoom and YouTube are cooperating. That is awesome. How's everybody doing tonight? We have Brad with us. How you doing, Brad?
Hello.
And Brad is just telling me some exciting news.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, you can say it. Go ahead.
Tamiya is coming out with a brand new chassis called the TC01.
TC01.
Evening,
Hello,
Frank.
Stickies.
Evening, Brad.
Hello.
Hey, Stickies. How are you doing?
So
you
far,
got
so
the
good.
invite. You got the invite. How the heck did you manage getting an invite? Who sent that to you? How do you get? Can you tell me, Sticky? How do you get an invite to come live on this show? Can you explain that to me?
It comes to my email.
Okay, so you just ask for it and you get an email back?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who do you ask that? What is the email that you sent that email to?
It is the tank rc at gmail.com.
There you go. So anybody that wants to join in, you just have to send me an email at thetankrc@gmail.com and you can join us just like Sticky's RC did. It's that simple. And then I'll have your email and then I can send you emails, all kind of emails. Nice emails, bad emails.
Trust me, I've gotten both of those.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin Gibbs, how you doing? Let me get the pop-out chat there so I can put it in the other monitor.
So I don't think anybody's very excited about that totally brand new chassis from Tamiya.
Well, there's not a lot of Tamiya fans. We'll see what kind of cars they put it on. I don't know. You said it might be a F1 chassis?
They call it someone's. Glenn told me it's from Tamiya Legends. Tell me it's and other people who have talked to told me it's like a Formula One pan chassis. I mean, it's not like the regular F1s that they've been making. It's a different, like a pan chassis. So if it's a pan chassis, that means you could fit touring car bodies on it, more or less.
Okay. I'm Googling it right now to see if I can get out. Tamiya blog, the new Tamiya TC01 shaft-driven four-wheel drive is coming out soon.
I forgot that was four-wheel drive. I thought it was rear-wheel drive. They didn't say it was shaft before.
Well, I do have it here. Let's pop that up. Share. Coming soon, the new TC01 shaft-driven four-wheel drive chassis. So it looks like it is a kind of a Formula One type of car.
Or it's like the TSO 50 car.
Wow.
Oh, yes, that's a Formula E car.
Yeah, Formula E. Which is fitting. Formula E car and a electric. But
I wonder how
RC
big
car.
this thing is going to be.
10th scale that I'm aware of.
Really wonder how big that thing is going to be. I'm not going to play it full screen. Of course, they had to show it at night.
Yeah.
But it had lights on it, that's for sure.
They took their cue from Arma.
Yeah.
We'll give you a video where we don't really show you anything.
But he just showed us what it looks like.
It's got one big red light at the back, which makes sense for these type of cars.
I have a feeling it's going to be more than a Formula E car. I think there'll be other bodies that'll go on it. It is four-wheel drive. And Formula E cars are not four-wheel drive. But it is a good-looking body, I'll tell you that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's got a good lot of possibility. I'm just wondering how big it is and how heavy it is, because that's going to be kind of cool to make a speed car out of it. That's for sure.
Well, it's a totally brand new chassis, which is nice to see. I mean,
that's interesting.
Yeah, that body's definitely going to have a ton of downforce to it. So speed runs, it should make it really stable.
And we have pieces of a dry shaft, not a dry shaft, a
differential.
A reran differential of what type of car do you think that is?
An axial.
An axial? I think so too. I think it's a SEX 10 3 axle, actually. I can see the gap there.
Sean just put out a video of I think he's doing an SCX-10-2 builder's kit.
Oh yeah, XCX 2 or 3?
A 2.
A 2.
He'll get a 3. You just watch. That's what he does.
Sean says.
He's been saying he doesn't want a 3 because he already has.
Hey, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
There he is.
Hi, Sean.
I gotta just run down and put the trash out. It's actually, Brad, this is what's left over from, I took a grasshopper yesterday to the park. That's what's left over from it.
Why'd you take a grasshopper hopper apart?
Because it says it was a grasshopper, but obviously it couldn't hop.
You're funny.
Yeah, when did you get a grasshopper?
The other day, I traded for one, took it to the skate park, and this is how I came home.
I think he's playing with me, but that's beside the point.
I think so too.
This is it's actually an SCX 10-2.
SCX 2?
Yeah, it's another builder's kit. I just thought
that's true. That's true because the 3, the axle case is different than that.
Yeah, 3 got the portal axles. I was just sitting down getting ready to turn the camera up a bit. Hold on. I don't have a hat or anything.
Darn! Now you screwed up the video. We can see your face.
I know. I gotta go get my hat and get that too. So.
Oh, Snoopy needs a drink.
Yeah, I know.
You haven't shaved for a while. It looks like too.
Yeah, I was actually just sitting down getting ready to start building it whenever I seen your live. Seen Brad complaining about not getting his invite. You know?
Yeah, I know. Like, give me time to set up. I was running a little late. I was watching TV with my wife upstairs, and she said, "Run another episode." I go, "I gotta go downstairs." She goes, let them be late. Let them be late."
Yeah, that's it.
Like, let them eat cake. I mean,
yeah, that too.
Yeah, so I'm testing a new camera as well. Like, so.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay, like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Yeah, perfect. I realized my son's got cameras lying all over his room that he does his stop motions with. I'm like, why don't I just use one of them cameras? Like,
mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll let you look at the gears for a minute. I'll be back in a few minutes. Like, I'll just go put the trash out. So
sounds good.
Right, I'll put a few other parts in there for you.
So I'm looking at the Tamiya site trying to find some info on that, but chassis, but it's not out on the Tamiya site yet. There is some on the TB05.
That's a fairly new chassis. The TBs have been around a while. They've had 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then they got the 5.
Yeah. Let's go.
Those are more of the professional chassis that you would race with most likely.
Okay. Hey guys, whole bunch of people. Bobby's RC, Green
City,
RC Outlaw. How you doing? Kevin Gibbs, AZ Froggy, Green Frog. Whole bunch of people there in the chat. How's you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I haven't seen any report yet of the upgraded part for the CC02. I ordered some upgrade metal parts. I haven't seen anything come in yet at the hobby store.
Wait, the TT02, you mean?
No, the CC02. The CC02. I've upgraded. Okay. I bought some upgrade part for it, but I haven't seen them come in.
I did see one with round 4-link suspension pieces.
Okay.
At a video.
Nope, nothing on the Tamiya site. See if I do a search on TC01.
I think it's going to be an exciting chassis.
There's some news a little bit on Big Squid, but there was more info on that other site, Tamiya blog. Cool. So I don't know when we're going to see that, but that sure looks interesting. I got to keep
keep 4-wheel drive. I mean, there's got to be more than just a Formula One chassis to put on that. For what I know, if it's 4-wheel drive, it might be replacing the TTO2.
Okay.
Like the TTO1 came back, but it was disappeared for a while. Then the TTO2 replaced it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't find anything either. It's secret.
Yeah, but what you saw of the picture, that looked pretty cool, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's going to be a cool looking car.
It has that new safety piece on it, that boomerang looking thing. That's a safety device that they just started putting on.
Yeah, the stupid head hoop. Not a fan of that. I think it kind of took away from the look of Formula One cars.
Yeah.
Nice for safety and all, but I thought
the canopy would have been cooler.
Yeah, they done a canopy like a fighter jet would have been really cool.
To me, the only thing it's good for is carpet racing. So,
well, did you see the new TCO1 that they just started showing?
It's still a Tamiya at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, but you have a Tamiya that you like to use occasionally, so.
The only good Tamiya, Brad, is when you strip it down and rebuild it with different parts.
You need to get yourself an MO3 chassis and put rally tires on it and have some fun with that thing. That thing is so fun. It's a blast.
It's
lightweight, very lightweight.
They drive me crazy. The rally cars, they look really good. Love them, but just totally not for me whatsoever.
But I have a feeling you used to watch rally.
I still do. I still watch the WRC.
Like this little thing there on short wheelbase, and on the carpet is a blast to have some fun, and it has so much speed. It's really cool.
I know, but you just said the operative word there, carpet.
No, you can go outside. You can turn this into a rally car, no problem, if you just change the tires. Put knobby tires on this, and this thing goes like crazy on grass, as long as your grass is not too long. But
don't forget
this. You can do a rally car with this, no problem. Don't forget,
minis used to be rally cars.
Yep.
The Mini still is. There's a Mini WRX. No.
Yeah, there is a WRX. Yeah, there is, but they started back in the 50s and 60s rallying them.
So. Yeah, they started with a Mini Cooper, with a dual tank Mini Cooper.
They used to call it the Giant Killer because it would sometimes outdo the bigger, more powerful cars because it would get.
It just have two gas tanks. That's why. But that's how you know a real, true, original Mini Cooper. It's got it. You can fill it on the left and you can fill it on the right. So a real, true original is two gas tanks.
Two gas tanks.
Yeah.
How do you switch
from one to the other, or they are both active at the same time?
There's an automatic switch on them.
Oh yeah.
Once one hits a certain level, it'll just transfer straight to the other tank.
The Jaguar XJ used to have double tanks.
Yeah. But for back in the early 70s, for Mini Cooper to have that was advanced technology. Right now.
Hi, Kurtz RC. How are you doing?
They put dual tanks on pickups today if you want it.
The what?
They actually have dual tanks as an option if you want it on Fords and Chevys. They do have a dual tank setup.
Well, Traxxas has dual batteries on some cars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but those are used in unison, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'm sure you could set it up to go from one to the other.
Probably could.
I'm sure there's a switch you could set it up for run one 3S and switch it down and flip to the other 3S.
Well, you could run it as a switch, but if you run 3S, I think it's in series or parallel. I can't remember.
No, but that's what I mean. There's bound to be a switch where you could run one, and as soon as it's near dying, it flips to the other.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
it'd be
do
like
that.
a breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you run them,
you're in twice.
but
Yeah.
if you run both of them and you put them in series, you if two of them are like 2,000 milliamp, you actually get 4,000 milliamp.
Yeah.
So you get twice your runtime.
So JM's RC's in twice.
John Martin again.
Twice the run.
Yeah. So at least it's good to know this camera works. Is the picture any clearer? Because
Yeah, your camera seems to be very
Now
good.
you look like you're actually in the evening. Last time it would look like you had daylight. I think it's because you put up some type of light behind you.
Yeah, it was just the light behind the shining in the camera because I can do the same thing.
yeah.
Daylight.
No, but behind him, it looked like he was coming through the window, daylight. So
It's not. It's just because up where my laptop is, and the camera for that is up on a shelf. So the light on the ceiling, it picks it up.
Okay.
So how big is your room that you're in?
The room I'm in is pretty big.
Yeah,
To
but
one
he's just
side,
showing
to
the
that
corner.
side of me, there's a big king size bed.
Ooh.
Behind me is all RCs. There's walk-in closets back there and everything too. So.
Are you gonna do
Was
like
like a second master bedroom?
You're gonna do
Yeah,
like
so-
RC Basher Boy and put your RC on your bed and show your bedspread?
I done that the other night because I have one of his stickers here. I set one of my trucks and his sticker on the bed the other night. Put the camera.
Hey, John.
Good
Not
evening,
here.
everyone.
Yeah.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
ladies and gentlemen. Speak of the devil, he's sure up here. He's in the chat. There. Basher boy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there he is.
Good evening, Basher Boy.
I did send you an invite, RC Basher Boy, if you want to come in and show us if you got a new bedspread.
Well,
Or
he got
bed
a
in general.
new rig for the old bread spread. So.
Oh, you got a new rig?
The old bedspread came out. The old bedspread came out in honor of the new rig.
And the color scheme actually matches pretty good
Yeah, it does.
on the old bedspread.
What am I hearing?
I'm not sure. It looks like we're hearing ourselves twice. John Martin, is the other video still running in the background?
John Martin looks like he's shaved, or there's something different.
Yeah, there's something different with John tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't see a picture. I see blackness. Oh my God, he did shave. Holy
He
cow!
actually looks good.
You.
There's something with a delay here.
Who's got
Why
the
did you
delay?
do that?
That's Brad.
It's a new person. You don't look anything like the Darren Martin with the beard.
Yeah, you're feeding twice, John. I just muted your mic, and that odd audio went away. It's as if you're logged on twice, but there is a small little bit of a delay.
He looks completely different.
Yeah, you do look different. Actually, looks good now. Oh, there. I heard myself say that thing.
All right, Sig McMaster, I'll try with you. Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
He didn't show up yet.
Easy Froggy says that he had some moron in a Mustang doing burnouts down the road. It's what the heck is wrong with people? Like, on the highways here near Toronto, people are speeding like crazy because nobody's on the road. So we get these report on police that like they're stopping people right and left and doing over 200 kilometers an hour, well over 100 miles an hour on the highways. Like it's nuts.
It's not. It's great right now. Right now, you can get on the highway and just gone it. Like I was
You can
going.
do 124 miles an
I
hour.
was going to Burr Mountain the other day. Normally, it takes me like 35, 40 minutes. I done it the other day in like 15.
Oh, come
Great.
on. That's
Yeah.
there's speeding and there's actually speeding. Like
Dude,
when-
if I can
when
get
you-
Super
my,
speeding. They call it super speeding, Frank.
if I can get my car to go over 150, I'm good on the road. The quickest I've went on the highway is 175. It's the quickest I've went. So
Yeah,
that's,
one of the local news stations here interviewed a California Highway Patrol officer, and he was saying that he's been on the force for like 12 years, and in 12 years he's written 3 tickets for over 100 miles an hour, and in the last month he had done like 30.
Oh, yeah.
They call
But
that
the-
super speeding.
But the worst here, if I get caught doing over 100, they actually take my car. They impound
Oh,
my
yeah?
car if I get caught doing over 100.
Most of
Yeah,
the
they
time,
should.
I think they would do it here too, but I think under the circumstances, I
They
think
want to
they're
run away from the virus.
letting people get kind of away with it.
Crazy.
RC McMaster, you missed one candy man there.
I can't believe John. Oh God, he's got dual squares.
Who's got dual squares?
John.
John Martin.
Oh, he logged on again.
Yeah, I think his other one froze.
It's gonna
I
go
can't
away.
hear you.
Did well.
Kurt's RC says 125 mile an hour on my Harley Davidson Road King.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Pedal to the metal and stroke the bore. And that's it.
Like I said, I hear they call that super speeding. So
Oh, dude, I forgot. Like my wife had an app on my phone, like Life 360. It's like so we can track our kid and everything. And like I didn't know that it actually gives you like reports when you're in the car and speed.
Okay.
She called me one day. Is the fucking kids in the car and you're doing over 100 mile an hour? I'm like, what? How do you know? He's like, so that was the first thing I had to get turned off on the app. Like I didn't know it tracked what speed I was going on, every freaking thing. Like,
Wow.
Who, me? No. I never
Yeah.
drive that fast.
Yeah. That's it.
Crazy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
John, now we hear you.
Wait.
What possessed you to shave your beard? Oh,
The isolation probably made him.
So it's kind of like, yeah, it's gone. It'll grow back.
Oh yeah.
I want to get used to seeing you without it, actually, because you look like a totally different man.
Hey barbecue, how are you doing?
Barbecue.
You look stalled again, John.
Hey, what's up, barbecue?
What's that?
Barbecue.
You look stalled. The video stalled on you.
Yeah, his video
AC
was
Froggy said we had a car chase today on the freeway.
Oh yeah.
Guy was in a smart car. That would be funny to see a guy in a smart car. But them things are actually really quick. I just wouldn't feel safe. Like especially in New York, there's so many freaking tractor trailers and stuff. Like just you're bound to feel the wind of one of them things flying past you, like one of them tractor trailers.
Actually, I've heard of people putting Hayabusa engines in them and kicking ass with them. Because they're so damn light.
I have a friend of mine. His Hayabusa, he had to actually extend the back arms because the first time he hit the nos, it just sent them right out over the handlebars. Like
He needed longer wheelbase for stability.
yeah, he had to extend the back arms for the nos.
I want to ask a question to some people here. Maybe some people know, but because I found the body kind of cool, and it's
Oh,
this
thanks.
the new ProTech a pre-cut and pre-painted. It's all black with stickers, but it's their Flowtech Fusion black body. Why $72? Is this
Because it's pre-painted.
is it an indestructible one or
No, but it's just because the regular unpainted it's like $50. So because
it's
it's
Look at how much the scale one is. The pre-painted one's even more money. It's 85.
it's all black?
The upper-
yeah, but they have a nicer body. If you look, they have a nicer they have another one for the Slash. It's actually really nice though.
What is the ultimate, or whatever they call it, version of the Slash?
Monster Fusion. So I guess this one has for bigger tires, and then this one is for that one.
Yeah. the last one sort of for the way Bicer Boy has his with the monster tires.
But it's fully all black. So like that's a lot of money for just pre-painted just black.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not all the blue and the PS. All the,
Those are just
I
the
thought it was-
No, those are stickers.
No, they're all stickers.
Oh, I thought it was all sprayed.
No. No, you get the whole thing is black, and then you get stickers to put on top of it.
What do they mean by what's the difference between a one that's called the ultimate and the regular one?
I don't know.
Hey, Rob Reeves, RC, what's up? RC84 Films, what's up?
Short course truck. Which one did you want me to look at? The short
They
course
have
truck?
another slash body out at the minute. It's pre-painted as well. It's free. It is
That
actually
silver,
really
that silver
nice.
F100 looks nice.
This one looks nice.
Yeah,
The Raptor Desert Truck.
they have one that has like orange writing and all on it. It's like
yeah?
nice. Yeah.
Look, they got Silverados too.
Because they're like limited edition bodies. Like they're starting to bring them out now for the slash.
A drag body.
Yeah,
there
but,
you go,
like,
John.
I wouldn't mind building a drag body, but the only problem is I got nobody to drag with. So to me,
I'll
that's
go with
why
you on a Saturday night. Mm-hmm.
I need a new.
Uh-oh.
See, this one has bash armor. This one is bash armor, pure white, and that's the one that's indestructible.
You mean you can't crack it up so easily?
See, the monster slash, that's the one RC Bicer Boy, he's got like the monster slash.
Okay. So here's a fusion clear body that is not painted. It's $52.
Mm,
So they charge you $20 to paint it.
to paint it. It's crazy. I'm trying to think of the name of that one that they have.
And for
Oh, look at
20
those
bucks.
other drag bodies. There's the Bugatti.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Because I'm thinking I got to buy a new body for my slash. Now I'm debating which type to buy. These have been doing really good because if you flip them and all that, the resistance on them is pretty good. I'm scared that if I go with something too high like this, it's just going to put too much pressure on
That
the.
reminds me of the Kyosho body.
The Raptor bodies are nice. I have a Raptor body on my side.
Hey, look, they got a Tundra too.
Yeah, I got a Raptor also, and it for my police truck on my 4x4 slash Stampede, and it held up not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to get a new body. I'm just debating which one to get.
I'm trying to think of what that other one is.
I don't see it here. I went through all the bodies here for the trucks, and
Is there anything on their site that says like limited edition or anything? No.
let's go check.
I don't think there is.
I don't think so either. There's bodies. Short course
Yeah, there's-
crawling.
Look at that 1/16 scale. They even have 1/16 scale bodies.
Hey, the rat rod body's not there anymore. The only thing left with the Mini Revo is this truck. That's funny.
The Raptor body.
The Ratner SVT. Yep.
No,
Yeah,
nothing for
RC
special
Bicer Boy
edition.
said yes. I have the 78 Chevy C10 yellow and black on Proline Thrashers on a two-wheel drive slash.
What does the ultimate mean? They have another one called the ultimate. What does it mean?
What, slash?
Yeah, they have a Traxxas with the called the slash ultimate. What's the difference?
They got an
between that and the other?
ultimate. They got the added extra parts.
This is another one they have lately.
That's
It's
the
got
one.
upgrades.
That's the one I'm talking about right there.
Okay. But I
The
find this
ultimate-
ugly. This is ugly.
No, that thing.
I like the color combination though.
It's so square. The front is so square.
Yeah, it's actually for the UDR.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're coming out with it for the slash.
Yeah, I got rid of my UDR anyway.
They
So-
are coming
so
out of it,
what-
coming with it for the Slash.
Yeah, somebody was just
ultimately-
showing video of that heat wave livery that they're going to start putting on a bunch of bodies.
Okay.
I like the black and gold. The color scheme is cool.
Yeah, I like the color scheme.
Yeah,
Black
The
and gold
color
always
scheme
are
of black
perfect
and
together.
gold look good,
Yeah.
but that square front, I don't know. It's kind of different. It is neat, but it doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't attract me. If I'm gonna
Polarizing.
pay that same price for a different one, I'd rather have something that's a little
Yeah.
more style
Yeah.
for me. For me.
So, did you anybody see Ampro's light situation, light dashboard he put on the UDR?
Nope.
Oh, he has fiber optic lights on it and everything. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's lights and pictures like stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, McMaster, that supersonic body, that's like the Bugatti one, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know who the hell like when you look at the picture that they show to actually get it to look like that, it costs you near enough another $200 and something.
I looked into it.
Everything like so. You might as well buy another slice instead of just that body.
For me, it was $350 Canadian total. If I buy the body, I buy the post, I buy the wheels, I buy the wheel extenders, like everything that they recommend to make it look good.
Yeah.
$350. Like I can buy a complete kit for
I
that.
know, yeah, it's crazy. It's
Mhm.
insane, like, you know.
350. So that means it's what, 275 US.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, look, Brad, there's your Tamiya, look.
It's still Tamiya.
There's your Tamiya / RC 4-wheel drive.
Aha.
You know?
I thought you liked the Tundra body on it.
I do.
Bob Rivers says UDR looks good, but they break too much.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Like, I don't know. I couldn't stand. It took me a couple of hours to charge the freaking batteries to go out and run it for 15 minutes. I was like, and then
Oh, really?
to get the batteries in it, the batteries are just a disaster. Like,
Well, they used to have a kit to convert a slash into type of a UDR, but it was like to put a fixed axle at the back of a Traxxas. It's too bad nobody makes that anymore. It was there for a little bit, but then people stopped making it. They should come back with that.
no, I know. I like the slice, so I never run it. Like it's sitting there somewhere. Probably. Let me see if I move the chair a little bit.
Hey, Steve OD.
Yeah, so it's just right down there.
And no,
NorCal RC says he loves his UDR, but it breaks every time he uses it.
Yeah, so there's my, and that's got the 4-pole Valenium. That's got the 4-pole Valenium system in it as well. Like so.
Trail Cruiser
Hey,
RC's
Frank,
there
you
in
should
the
go to
chat.
Ampro and see what he did to the UDR interior. That was just amazing.
Yeah, LOL. Steve-O, he does. I thought it was JM's brother to come in for a bit there. So,
Hey, Steve-O, how you doing? Hope you're feeling good tonight.
Hey, Steve.
Trail Cruiser wrapped up.
yeah, I
Steve-O,
almost
the
do
Trail
this
Cruiser.
with
So,
my Typhon. Just about every time I take it out, I break it.
Your
That
UDR?
is- I have a Arma Typhon 3S,
Green Frog, Keegan. I missed you coming in. Hey, what's up, Keegan?
but that is
Now,
operator
What
error.
breaks on the UDR? What does break on the UDR every time you take it out? That's
Everything. I broke CVs
Bars.
on it, like everything. Like, and the worst that they have that stupid telemetry thing or whatever it is, like the auto assist to help you try and steer, but it actually works against you. Like if you actually turn that off, the truck doesn't roll as much because when
Okay.
that's on, when you're turning, it's trying to correct itself as well. So the truck flips a lot. So if you turn that off, the truck actually will turn a lot better. But just getting the batteries in and out of it, even like you have to turn it upside down, fucking wrestle the suspension down to pull the battery tray out to put batteries in. It's just like,
I broke Net Cruisers RC's UDR, but that's because I hit a tree branch coming out of the ground, and I hit
Yeah,
it full
but
speed.
but
I
John
remember that.
broke John broke drive shafts and all on that thing too.
Okay.
Like they have plastic drive shafts. And a freaking
Mhm.
thing like that, plastic drive shafts, is a joke. Is that a
So-
coyote you have there, AC Froggies?
Hey, Brett.
Hello, guys.
Like,
Oh,
is that
no
a
drifters
coyote
tonight.
body?
What kind of body is that one?
A Ford Ranger?
I'm getting a lot of feedback. It seems like I've got everything turned down too
Oh, really?
on this
I
right
don't
here.
hear it. Yeah,
Yeah, what is it, a coyote body?
No, C10.
that's a
The
C10.
124 C10. Yeah.
Yep, SCX 10 or SCX 24.
It looked bigger when it's sitting in front of you.
Yeah, it
As soon as
does,
you
doesn't
pick it
it?
up, then you see how small it is.
Yeah,
Hold on a second here.
that's
Let me
what
do
she
something.
said.
That's what she said.
Yeah, looks big in front of you. You pick it up.
I like the chromatic prismatic paint.
Yeah, if it would have been 2 or 3 people that say their UDR breaks all the time, I would say learn how to drive. But there's way too many people.
Yeah, that's the Tamiya.
No, you're listening to a delayed feed there, Brett.
Yeah.
You're not listening to the right audio feed. I can hear myself just a little bit through you, so you're not listening to the right feed.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, well, I think now you're caught up, are you?
No, he's not listening to the right audio.
Yeah.
See, look at my fingers. This is a 2. Let me know when you've actually seen it.
No, something ain't right.
And so you're lucky he's Canadian and he's pleasant because I don't think this is 2.
That's a 2. That's a US 2. That's a US 2, and this is a Canadian 2.
Yeah, it's Canadian too. Look at the peace sign. US too. He's like this. That's the Irish too.
The Irish 2.
So, Brett, what do you think about the TCO1 Tamiya that you saw that looked like a Formula E racer?
Say that again.
The TCO1 from Tamiya that's coming out?
Did you see at the beginning we talked about the TCO1?
No, I didn't.
You're lucky.
Oh, just because you're not interested doesn't mean that us guys are the older men aren't.
That's why there's so many different companies making so many different other cars. It's to satisfy everybody else's needs. Not everybody
Yeah.
wants the same thing.
So Brad,
know-
did you do us a favor, Brad? The last time we were all talking, we asked you to go and check some different stuff than Tamiya. Did you do it yet?
And we don't mean go to Walmart.
Yeah, we don't mean go and look at New Bright.
No, I was looking at stuff that that had nothing to do with Tamiya, like the UDR stuff from Ampro that he did to the interior on it, and he redid that. Really cool. I think I looked at a Traxxas video recently where it was going through the river, the new E-Revo.
All right, for next week's homework, you have to 3 Hail Marys, 2 Our Fathers, and no Tamiyas. Okay?
Do you actually go look at other videos other than Tamiya's, or
Yes.
okay?
I like looking at the vintage stuff that that guy does. I forgot his name. One of the glasses thin guy.
Barbecue RC said new Kyosho Wave Runners look really fun.
Okay, the way
I watch Kyosho stuff too.
Kyosho Wave Runner?
that would be a boat.
Oh. Oh, so Kyosho made the Surfer too.
Yes, they
Oh, yeah?
did. I remember the
Yeah.
Surfer. Fairly big scale too.
RC McMaster Kyosho came out with a updated jet ski. Oh, really?
Yeah.
When they do the boat stuff, it's kind of on the bigger scale. The water stuff's kind of the bigger scale.
Oh, we have good evening, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, on the line with us.
Asher boy,
Hey, how's it
Gabriel.
going?
It's been such a
Good
long
evening,
time,
ladies and gentlemen.
Gabriel. That
I
is
guess
very
thank you for
southwestern. It's a very southwestern looking comforter.
Thank you, thank you.
That's the Lucas Oil Team comforter.
Yeah, since Tank was curious, you know, the RC that I got, so here it is.
That's a low C, isn't it?
Yes, this is the Low C Tenacity DB Pro.
Cool.
So
That's the
I
same one
tested-
as John Martin's.
And also, yeah, exactly, yeah. Neck cruiser.
Not John Martin, John from Necrozor C. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
Tony from CCR. Tony as well. You know?
Oh, Tony
No.
as well. Okay. No, I think Tony got the other one, or did he get that one too?
Well, Tony
Yeah.
got the Fox body though.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Because
same.
there are
Yeah.
two themes, which is the Fox, Team Fox, and Lucas Oil.
Cool.
Same body, just Fox.
So Gabriel, did you see the TCO one he showed earlier?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was actually, you know, looking here and there, but I don't know if I missed something. So what did I miss?
He showed the new TCO one Tamiya body. It's Maya chassis, brand new, totally new chassis.
Here,
Okay.
I'll show again to the people that missed it. So, Tamiya's coming soon. The new Tamiya TCO1 shaft-driven four-wheel drive chassis. This is not it. This is it right here. In their video, somebody paused the video, but this is actually what the car looks like.
Okay.
So that's a brand new chassis that they're coming out with, and TCO1 chassis, shaft-driven four-wheel drive. So they did release a video yesterday, but you don't show too much of it because the only thing is at night. But somebody did pause the video and actually captured this, and out of that, they came out, okay, this is the car that they actually produce. Well, that's going to be kind of cool. I don't know how big it is. I don't know how heavy it is. But it would be cool if it would be as fast as an infraction, or you could put the same engine as an infraction, put that into this guy and see how well it's stuck to the ground.
It's a Tamiya. It's still not cool. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Actually, it's very modern. You know.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Something for you to look forward to, Gabriel.
So,
oh, the charisma.
Cool.
He put it on a bed.
Two Basher boys in the house tonight.
I don't have a Basher Boy sticker.
Oh,
wait a minute. Let me
like
go there.
I'll put
If
this
you like
on
some
the bed, too.
stickers, just go ahead and email me.
Yeah, I got.
There you go. Look at Sean.
There you go. Nice artsy Basher boy will be on the bed too.
Is that a down comforter, Sean?
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
yes.
nice white one instead of a
I
nice multicolored one.
I should just order my stickers and send a whole bunch out. I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, Brad, I thought I'd show you the Kyosho for a change.
So that was a Kyosho on your bed?
I know that was actually the Charisma. I mean,
Charisma? Okay.
that's the one I won on Steve's birthday.
Barbecue says you don't want the sticker from his bed. Why? They stick better.
Yeah, just don't blue light them.
What's his trail critter? I wonder where he is. He might be connecting right now, for we know. But
Jake's in the chat. Trail Critters in the chat.
So Jake has those new prismatic stickers that are nice. Those look like they'd be kind of expensive though.
The what stickers?
They're prismatic holographic looking ones. Oh, it's Brett.
Oh, Trail Critter, right? Yeah, they're pretty nice. On his Trail Critter, actually, he posted a video recently, and he actually gives an update on his channel and everything. And one of the parts was that he actually got, some stickers for his channel. And yeah, I mean, one of them was a very like a holographic trail critter design sticker.
Cool.
It looked
So
really
Rob Reeves said a lot of memories. My grandmother had the same bed sheets. Sure what.
I mean,
Or
well,
if anybody wants to send me stickers, send it to my work, and this is the address of my work, which is right here. I get everything sent to this address: 65459 Canatech Road, Ottawa, Ontario, K1J9M3. We don't have all numbers. We have letters in our postal code, Canada.
ooh, nice.
Put it at the Tank RC or Francois Simard. It doesn't matter because they all know me at work as the Tank RC. Also, they all know I have a so.
Really, they call you Tank at work?
Yeah. No, they don't.
Well, I mean, you said.
So
No,
actually,
they-
with the axial kit, that's one cool thing that came with the axial kit. It's a nice little bottle of Loctite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, like a little bottle of blue
But
Loctite.
why didn't they give you red one?
I don't know. Give you a blue one. So. Actually, I wasn't expecting to see that in a kit. No, so.
John's playing with his camera. He's flipping us around.
He looks completely different, a totally different man. I swear, it's
It's his brother in there tonight.
You got me curious now, Tank. So what type of Loctite do you use? If you don't mind
I
me
use the blue one. I use the blue one in the red bottle.
asking. Okay.
See, I use the red one. See, it's red, but it's actually the blue one. It's in a red bottle, but it's actually the blue Loctite, which is kind of crazy, stupid. But it's weird how
Red Loctite's more like very strong super glue.
Yeah, it's a permanent, Loctite.
No,
substance.
do not use red Loctite on your RC screws.
Never.
You read my mind, actually. I was like, oh boy.
That's a big time no.
Well,
And now, and I can say this, okay? So if you're actually dealing with screws that even with blue Loctite, they do tend to loosen, over time, and they actually loosen, more than usual, and that's when you may consider. I mean, and I said consider. I'm not saying go for the red Loctite, but yeah, I would
keep an eye on it and tighten it all the time.
Yeah.
It's
just like your wheel nuts. Those wheel nuts, you do have to change them once in a while because the wheel nuts actually have nylon at the end of it, and the nylon is the thing that keeps it tight.
Right.
But the problem is if you keep taking it on and off, that nylon's is no good anymore. That's why sometimes you have to use Loctite, blue Loctite on your wheel nuts, or just change them. They're not that expensive.
No.
I rounded one off the other day.
I hate rounding off things. Oh, it drives me nuts.
Went to the hardware store, found freaking little nuts with the nylon on them, slapped it on it, called it a day.
Yeah, and most of them are 4 millimeter nylon nuts. So 4 millimeter is pretty easy to find at the hardware store. So.
Oh yeah.
And if you want a really smoking deal, you go to McMaster Car's website and you can order screw by the thousands for $5.
Looks like Jim's got the hookup over here.
If you can't get stuff off McMaster's, you'll never find it. Between it and Granger, McMaster's and Granger.
Yeah. If McMaster doesn't have it, it might not.
Another place, I don't know if you guys have it. We got Fastenal fasteners out here.
Yeah.
Fastenal?
All kinds of freaking screws and nuts and everything else.
I have a Fastenal here in Ottawa also, but when I talked to them and I told them about M3 and M2.5 M3s, they said, well, I can't get those. They're too small. Like, what?
I walked in there and I picked up both and Fastenal. Matter of fact, I picked up the tiny little grub screws for spur gears
Oh,
or
really?
pinion gears. Yep, and I had them there.
Yeah. Because
So when you're talking small, you know them are pretty freaking tiny.
yeah. And the good thing, McMaster's used to be you had to have a commercial account with them, and then finally they went, "Fuck it, we'll sell to anybody that wants to buy." Like, you know?
At McMaster's, okay.
Yeah, McMaster car. They
Oh, what's that website called? McMaster's or
Yeah.
Master car. See,
Car. They do,
McMaster
like,
Cars?
it's where a lot of people that do robotics. A lot of people that do robotics actually buy their parts from there.
Okay.
here I'll share their. That is their website.
Oh,
McMaster.com.
CARR.
Master
Oh,
car.
So this is our famous McMaster guy, huh?
Yeah. Anything you want, sprockets, chains, everything.
Yeah, I mean you can get welders,
I
welding
know a
helmets.
guy built a full RC bulldozer off McMaster's website. Everything you
Looks like
on McMaster's website.
he does
Even
CNC
the
work.
motors. He bought the motors in here and everything.
Yeah,
He
there's
does CNC work.
yeah, it's
Nice.
You can
it's
get
pretty
that.
nice, and their bolts and screws and stuff are so cheap. I buy all my stainless screws for my crawlers to keep them from rusting on there, and yeah, it's like once every 7 or 8 months.
Okay.
I'll spend about $35, and I can put new screws in every kit.
And and it's good quality regardless of price.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good quality. Well, they have every grade of metal you can find. They have aluminum, 17.4, 304, 316, stainless.
What about titanium? Also that too.
They might have titanium. Titanium screws, yes, they do.
Those lighten up the car too a lot. I hear titanium screw here, titanium screw there, lightens up the car.
Barbecue said stainless kits are soft, strip easy. Her then K&K has nice hardware. Never tried K&K, so
Yeah.
yeah, but definitely like McMaster, that guy is talking about, he built a full RC dozer like from there. He used windshield wiper mirrors or windshield wiper motors for the drives. That's what he put into the bulldozer for the drives. Got the chain, sprockets, everything from there. Yeah. It's actually a pretty cool build. I was thinking of building it myself because he does a full step-by-step build of it. Like,
I was spraying some stuff for critters on my lawn because I got a groundhog or something that comes and dig up my yard at the back. I don't know what the heck it is, but I bought some stuff to spray on, and it comes in this 4-liter can, and it has a pump, and you just push a button and it actually sprays. It's kind of cool.
yeah,
But once the can is empty, I was there. I go, man, this is going to be a so awesome windshield washer fluid thing that I can actually use. Put a little bit of water and put that on the trigger on a servo somewhere, and then I can have it spray water on my.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to try that once the can is empty. It's going to be neat.
Thanks, inspiration.
Yep.
You got inspiration.
Which Losi is that?
And I was gonna ask Tank, since Tank actually did a really cool thing last week. Was it last week?
The game show?
Yeah, the game that you did, the Q&A. That was pretty awesome.
I'll have another one, that's for sure, because actually 110 Hobby really enjoyed it. And right after the show, he says, I'm game for another one. Let's do more of these. So
awesome.
Sweet.
It's hard for me because I get lagged too much.
So let me ask you this, Tank. Do you know which vehicle this is?
That's a Losi.
Yeah, but what model?
I'm not sure.
It's similar to the one I showed off.
Oh, that's a low C8. No.
Correct. Well, no.
Not
Yeah,
sure.
The only Losis I know is like the Tenacity, I think the DBXL.
And the 5. There's a 5 one.
Yeah, but isn't the
BL.
5 like big?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one has a cage. No, this is not a big one. It's similar to the one he's got, but I'm not sure which low C that one is.
So this is the first gen of the Tenacity. Well, it's because if I say the name, actually, I'm gonna give it away.
Wow. Okay, whoever can put it in the chat, see if you can figure out which car this is. Here, let
I
me
think there's
spotlight
10.
you
There's
guys.
a 10 in the name.
Brad actually gave you a big hint.
I was right. I know there was one that had a 10 in the name.
There's a 10 in the name.
Yes, the number 10 and actual 10, it says 10 something.
So the one I had previously, it's the Losi Tenacity
Yes.
DB Pro.
But then
And
there
then
was
this is the first gen, which is the Losi.
Low C
What Brad
10.
said. It's
what's exactly the difference between the two? I mean, they're just is there just different updated parts?
Just to put it, simply in simpler words, they're basically the same chassis, just like the one that the Lucas Oils. It's just a much
Hi, sure
updated.
boy. Hold on. Don't answer any more of it. Brad, if you want to know the difference in it, a couple of days ago, RC Beisher Boy actually done a comparison video. So if you want to know the difference, go back and watch his comparison video.
There you go. And I also did a comparison video.
No,
You're right. Thanks, Sean.
I thought that was a different car with the Tenacity, not that one.
No, so go back
It is
and
a 10 Tenacity.
watch his video, and don't tell him that he's not bicing it hard enough because he's only comparing them.
And then we got a winner there on chat.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. CCXRC. Writing down names, ready to go.
10 SDB, SCDB, BE.
SCB, yes.
If I remember correctly, the Tenacity and this one are very, very fast. I think they're 50-mile-an-hour cars or more.
Yeah, these things are bullets, man. They're highly enjoyable. Great battery.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna have to leave you. So
Oh, I can't believe you're leaving so soon, Sean.
I have to, Brad. You're just not fishing tonight. You're not just not biting the bait tonight.
Unbelievable.
What? I don't think that has anything to do with it.
he wants to hear more. Sean wants to hear more about Tamiya's. You got to talk about Tamiya's.
Talk to my ears turn blue, Brad, about Tamiya.
Well, I bet you there will be a crawler that'll come out eventually again, and then we'll be talking about it with you.
Films, what's up?
RC84 is getting set up.
See, as soon as one door closes, another one opens.
There you go.
See?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, guys, have a good one. I'll chat this tomorrow.
We'll see you, Sean.
There,
Sean.
Sean. Thanks
Take
for
it easy.
dropping in. Appreciate it.
All right.
RC84 Films, hey, welcome.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing well, man. How about yourself?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there.
Sean really likes to bust my balls.
So are any of you living in the city or pretty much all country folks that you can actually go outside and have some fun during the day?
Here in North Carolina, we're under a Stay at Home Act, but we're still go out and do things. So
I'm in a
Did any of you see? There's a new statistic on Wyoming. It has like the least deaths and the least amount of confirmed. They had 442 and 6 deaths. That state's ready to reopen completely. With those
is that
numbers.
a busted tire? What?
It's a busted tire. That's a blowout.
Boom.
Delamination.
How'd you manage that?
I sent that piece flying a little earlier.
That's delaminated.
We can see that. Too much power? Was it too much to handle?
Oh no. I continue to drive it like that.
All right. Cool.
Literally driving it till the wheels are falling off.
Literally so.
Might as well.
If it's partially on there, you still keep on going, apparently.
Well, did you actually get it on video?
No, that's the bad part.
Ah,
Ah.
destruction
That's
on
the bad
video.
part.
I want to make another video, but
Yeah, like I said, it
here's
was.
some unstable.
Brandon is asking if you donated your beard, John Martin.
No. Nope. I was gonna take the hair off too and just go complete chrome dome and no beard.
Yeah.
That's what I did the other day, and I did a before and after picture of my hair and I really made it like spiky, and I made my eyes cross-eyed on Facebook on my personal page, and I said before and after picture. So
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
this is like the longest I've gone without having a haircut, and I hate having it.
Oh,
yeah.
me too.
Yeah, this is the longest my hair's been in like 25 years.
wow.
Yeah, like I said, I got.
AZ Froggy left. I guess he's having problems.
Yeah.
But that's what I should tell my son. He kind of finds his hair long and he keeps like brushing it off to the side. I should tell him, just wear a hat. Just wear a hat.
That's what I've been doing, is wearing hats, and I hate wearing hats, but
Yeah.
hair's just a
I hate hats too.
Or put wax in your hair or air.
gel and stuff like that.
Gel.
Yeah.
Grease.
Little Dapper Dans.
No, marine grease.
Gotta be waterproof.
Yeah, it's waterproof.
Oh, there's a dragster.
Yeah, I threw a 4S battery into this, and I made these rear tires pizza cutters.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Bead locks for
okay.
a drifter, for a dragster is
like
not
that.
good.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I got to get some belted tires for that.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna run 4.
So AC Froggies is here with us just via chat. He just left, the stream, but he's still here with us.
You saying peekaboo, Brad?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Somebody's
So-
saying somebody has a creepy laugh. I think it
Oh,
would
they
be
like
Brad.
coming after me?
Yeah, I think it would be you. Especially when we start talking about Tamaya and all that there and how bad they are. You really come to its defense.
And then we got Kurt RC says, "See you guys. Gotta go."
See you later,
Yeah,
Kurt.
Kurt.
Thanks for dropping in. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on your way out. And if you just came in.
Who else is in there?
Who else is in there? A lot of people.
Yep.
Gibbs barbecue.
Kevin Gibbs, Brandon Timlin,
Kent RC.
Rob Reeves.
Steve O'D was in there. Tony popped in.
Yeah.
Tony might be with us later in the video. I'm sure of that.
So if I read the participants that are in the chat right now, Bobby's RC, AZ, Froggy, RC, and more, Barbecue, Brandon Timblins, CCX RC, Kurt's RC, Kevin Gibbs, Kurt's RC. There's Kent's RC. Rob Riv, Sticky's RC, and Trail Critters RC.
I'm surprised he's not in the video with us, Jake.
And GCM Racing 1 just joined as well.
Hey, GCM Racing 1. How you doing? If you want me to send you a link, I can actually send you a link there.
That would be nice to see him. Is Aaron in there too?
No, Aaron's not there yet. Let's see if I can get the chat. Maybe Chris from GCM Racing can actually come pop in here.
Hey, Tank.
What?
Any plans of buying a new RC this year?
I still have like 3 kits to build, but yeah, I always have plans, but I gotta finish what I'm friggin' building right now. And I want to start on my military truck, but I need help from Chris from GCM Racing. He's got to build myself a transfer case with 4 outputs. That's going to be cool.
Okay.
Because my
Speaking of
truck's
that,
going to be an 8x8, so.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And Frank will probably eventually buy the coming Gia to mine.
Yeah. I'm working on my HC6 right now.
So, oh yeah?
Yeah.
Talking about Chris and 110 Hobbies, which they're pretty close. Chris has been building some stuff on their bench. So that's, he's been busy on social media, that's for sure. So check them out, gcmracing.ca.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
It'd be nice if SBC joined us too.
Cool.
SVG.
So anybody here planning of buying an RC sometime this year?
I've been looking around. I just really hadn't decided yet. I'm waiting to see if anything else is going to come out.
I got a new bomber. Waiting for it to
Oh,
ship
that's
out.
right. Yeah.
Oh,
You're
yeah?
excited about that one, I bet, huh?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
there
I
another new bomber that just came out again?
The 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd been waiting for a new bomber to come out for a while.
Oh, that's nice. Working on the big rate. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I think I turned you off by accident. Hold on. Let me.
Oh,
Is
appreciate
that
it.
the bomber too?
I
Yeah.
hit the wrong button.
I wonder if it's going to be faster than the other one.
It's essentially the same.
There you go.
They just did
I
some
turned off your video and I wanted to spotlight you.
more cosmetic changes.
There you go. So
Yeah,
which one is that?
that's the HC6 from Cross RC.
Wow. That's a beast, man.
Wow. Yeah. that-
Hey, GCM.
That is a
Cool.
beast.
There's Chris from GCM Racing. You're still working, you? Oh, no, we don't hear you.
We don't hear you.
We see you, but we don't hear you. You got to go in your setting and select your microphone.
Oh, there you go.
I heard it.
There we go. I think we hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear stuff now.
Okay.
It's good. Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Hey.
Good evening.
Hey,
Mm.
your big factory.
I'm new to the Zoom.
New to Zoom. Oh, it's easy, eh?
Yeah, that was pretty easy, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a little envelope for me? Where's my little envelope?
Yeah. I do. It's over here.
Limited edition.
Goodies for Frank.
From True North RC. They're
Yeah, I
little
don't think you
tiny.
can really see. Can't really see those, but they're little tiny tank RC emblems there you can put on your truck.
put on
Oh,
the truck.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool.
They're really cool, man. Like they're super high detail. It's crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, these are nice.
Awesome.
So what are you working on these days?
I'm doing the midnight run here. I just finished this thing.
Now,
That's
what
number
chassis
3?
is that? That's a hard body or
It's
soft
our-
body?
Yeah, hard body. Yeah, it's the we just made another run of skeleton chassis, so they're like, this is literally like off the press today, so I had to get one done like right now.
Okay.
Oh, so that's your invention.
And the skeleton chassis is
our
made
chassis, yeah.
for what type of truck?
It's made for this two-door hard body Jeep there with the opening doors. You know, that typical China one.
Okay, and that actually accommodates a full interior of your car, right?
Yeah, I didn't chop a thing on this. I just put the chassis right in, bolted the sliders on. they have body mounts right in the sliders, and
Two-speed
there's
tranny?
a what's that?
2-speed tranny?
2-speed tranny? No, single
Nope.
speed.
Yeah, it's an axial 3-gear. Pretty boring transmission, but they work amazing. And I was going to put STX2 axles on it, but I decided to put the offset Trail King SSD Trail King axles on it.
Nice. Now the turning radius on that is amazing. I saw you yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 59. It's 50 degrees.
Wow.
That looks like that looks like you getting it ready to drift with that wheels like
Yeah, you
that.
probably could drift with it. It's crazy, and
Those are-
even at this, and it's smooth, eh? Like
Oh,
at
yeah?
50 degrees, it's totally smooth. There's
Wow.
no binding in it or anything.
On those angles, I mean, are you using CVDs or still dog bone?
Is that a dual CVD?
It's a gigantic universal.
Oh yeah.
It's a huge machine steel universal in there. There's no CVD and there's no dog bone.
And it's just a single one. It's not a double one to get that much angle.
Yeah, it's a single, yeah. But it's huge, eh? Like the diameter of it is huge. It's as big as it possibly could ever be. So they can turn it further because there's more diameter to it.
Right.
It's
A
crazy.
person that drifting would actually like that front end on there because it's
And
Yeah,
also,
I know,
I was gonna say, at that turning radius, yeah, those
that's a
CVDs
drifting
can
turning
feel it.
radius.
Got
Now,
full
what
stuff
gear-
on it.
What type of gears go into that drivetrain?
Yeah, that is nice.
These are SCX2 gears.
SCX2
So
gears?
you could overdrive it if you wanted to as well, which I don't think I'm going to need
Full
to
metal?
when it turns like that.
Full metal gears.
Yep,
Yeah,
metal
everything's
gears.
machined. Literally everything's machined except for the axle housing, which is molded plastic.
Now those are SSDs. You said those axles?
Yep, SSD Trail King. I was putting this together because our new skeleton options has the TK axles as an option. So we
Okay.
actually sell them too. So you can get them in the box
Okay.
and then you just build the whole thing.
I'm just wondering, are you planning ever to make a on-road car?
Mm.
Oh, he's thinking about it. He says that he made it look like he may actually be working on one of those too.
So we started talking about that last year, and Dana's already working on the first body that we want to use for the show off. So at some point, we're going to end up with an on-road car.
Cool.
That means you'll have a whole new chassis and everything, huh? Sort of like the
Oh,
TC01.
Yeah, it's going to be a rail. It's actually it's like a hot rod style chassis. So it's an old box frame with old style front end. We're making it for the old style hot rods. So a big I-beam
love
axle
that.
in the front and scale drivetrain and all that stuff in it.
Frank will love that.
Cool.
Yeah. Super narrow axle in the back, fast.
Yeah, Frank has too many cars. Frank is gonna have to start selling some stuff so he can bring some more in.
Hey, maybe you could sell. Maybe we could sell them to him.
Frank doesn't sell things. We all know that.
He has sold things. He's told us in the past he sold things.
I sold one the other day, but that's because I had a double.
Yeah, see, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to keep it.
Yeah.
I could see
so
you.
I was doing that today. That's about it.
I could see you branching out besides the touring car. I could see you doing a rally car, eventually a front wheel drive car, like a Mini or something like that.
See, that Jeep looks good because the tires don't look oversized, so it looks pretty good. Those are what, 1.9 rims? Those are your rims? Yeah, those are your rims.
Yeah, that's our new blank rims. Yeah, I
Yeah.
put the 8-hole center lines on it and painted them clear coat silver.
Sweet.
Yeah, the tire is the 1.9 Patagonia Milestar. It's supposed to be a 419
Oh, yeah?
legal tire. Yeah, that's what it says. But it is freaking juicy, and I love it.
Nice. It's nice and
Yeah,
thick.
you know what? Since you've done all this stuff as an exercise, I think you are going to go into other branches of the hobby with the chassis, not just what you're doing there.
Well, he already made
Yeah.
a conversion for the rigs for the semi truck to put his transmission into the semi truck.
Uh-huh.
Get rid of the 3
Mhm.
speed and put that transmission in there. Worked pretty good for you.
Yeah, it works amazing. So we do have the semi truck one done, and that was a little bit of the kick in the pants to do something for the on road. We want to do a scale rear wheel drive on road chassis that could be used for different sorts of Lexan and printed bodies and stuff. So
The different
But
types
it's
of
scale.
tracks.
But
different types of
I
how
mean,
are
we're
you
not
gonna-
trying to make race cars. So
How are you going to handle
Sure.
the front end though?
we're gonna do. There's two ways to do it. We're gonna do a I-beam in the front, like an old style hot rod kind of an I-beam in the front, or
Yeah.
gasser style.
That'd be cool.
Or we're gonna do a G10 carbon flex front ender. The thing is, we're not trying to make a car that's actually going to be used for racing or any of that stuff. It's actually just going to be like a scale 2-wheel drive car
Scale car,
that
yeah.
runs.
No, makes sense.
So opening hood, doors, interior, it's for the scale guys.
Something that
So
would
that's
be
the goal.
put on your trailer, Frank.
No, it'll be usable.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and that's the whole idea is you get the guys out with the semi trucks and stuff, and you're like, man, I wish I had a hot rod I could put on the back, So
And
kind of
they-
want to hope to fulfill that need. I know Dana has a major need to get that done, so he's making me do it.
Cool.
a bonus would be a cool hot rod that you could actually roll off the back of the rig and drive around.
I know that'd be super boss.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can put that together this year. Everything sort of slowed down there with all the stay-at-home junk, all the prototyping and everything kind of just went on halt. So getting the major stuff done, that's it.
Cool. I see all the cars you got on your walls there. I bet you miss my little hot rod there on my 34 Ford truck.
Yeah, that thing is gorgeous.
When are you going to release the video for the rig review for that?
So are you ready for the bad news?
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
The video recorded for about 25 seconds, and then after that, there's no audio. And then about a minute and a half in, the whole thing shut off. So I think maybe either the battery was dead or it just decided to fart for some reason. But I have no idea why it did that. I've never had it do that before, but it's like as soon as you get going on the video, and then all of a sudden it's like, can't hear anything.
I'll
Frank, you're
look
gonna
at
have to do it
mine.
again.
I still have the footage on mine because we both recorded at the same time. So I know mine was still recording.
Yeah.
But for that one, we were really looking into your camera. So I don't know how the video is going to turn out, but I'll look at it.
Yeah, you should better look at it because it's the only one we've got at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you want the first 25 seconds. I don't even know if I saved it. I was so
No, it's all
cheesed
good.
off with the thing. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I might even have deleted it.
But it's always fun going to Chris's place and seeing all the cars there and dreaming and seeing all the stuff that he does. It's really cool. You do good work.
I believe that I just saw a video of this guy. I forgot his channel has R at the end of it. It's R or something. I forgot what he showed a Tamiya hobby shop. Oh God, I was in heaven just looking at that. I wish I was there buying that stuff.
Oh yeah.
They even had kits
Wow.
that are more than 10 years old there.
Oh, wow.
New in box. New
Oh, man.
in box.
Did you see, Chris? Did you see when we talked about the new TC01 shaft-driven chassis, the new one from Tamiya?
No, I got in right at the end of that conversation there. So, and then you all were ribbing somebody about having to go buy a new Tamiya now.
Yeah. So here's the coming soon TC01 shaft-driven 4-wheel drive. Somebody
man.
paused the video for this, but this is what the car is going to look like.
What?
Tell me that isn't scale.
So it's a 4x4 shaft.
Tamiya has been knocking it out of the park every time on the scale things. Like they are the scale top of the line. Let me tell you.
So I can't wait to see the scale of this thing or how it is, because these tires look killer. Like this, if they actually made these tires the way it is, because it's kind of hard. They do have a video on Tamiya's website or YouTube that shows this car, but it's all black. Like this is the best shot of it that somebody paused the video frame by frame and actually got this frame out of the
That is
video.
so awesome.
But it looks like a cool kit. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brad Kalman is actually the one that talked about this at the beginning. He found that out.
It's a totally brand new chassis, so that's nice to see that they're still trying to make brand new things.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know what? Tamiya has like the most chassis of any that I see of any company. They have more chassis than anybody else.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. I really enjoy all my Tamiya cars. They're fantastic. I got that MF01X,
Yeah.
the little 4-wheel drive mini there. I freaking love that thing.
That's what we were
Yeah.
talking to Sean there a little while ago. You get one of those little mini, like, or the M chassis, or that,
Yeah.
like the MF01 is part of the M chassis,
Yeah.
and they're great. They're fun.
They're even really fun to race too.
Yeah, yeah. We use them in Dana's basement track there across town. He built that in his last 2 houses. He has a basement track.
Okay.
And it's so small and so tight. We use the little mini cars on it there because they're even them, they're like almost too big for the size of the track, but that's like, it's fun.
Yeah, I gotta
They're
go
so
there
much
one of
fun.
these days when everything opens up there. I promised myself I gotta go there. You guys are not that far, so
You haven't been over there yet, to the new one?
no,
Or the
no,
old one?
the old one or the new one. I haven't been there.
Really?
Oh, I want to give you guys condolences what happened in Nova Scotia recently.
In Nova Scotia, that's pretty sad what happened there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it your buddy live in Nova Scotia?
Yeah, he does. He lives pretty far from there, but he was not affected.
Oh,
He
well,
was
it's
far
good.
enough.
Because I would have felt really bad for all of you. I mean, I would have felt bad for myself, but I've never talked to him. But you guys had a lot of contact with him. You worked with him for a very long time. GCM.
Yeah, I know a guy from the full size Broncos there. We do the early Bronco festival every year, except for
Oh,
this
yeah?
year. And one of my Bronco buddies actually lives in Truro, which is right where that whole mess started off there. I called him the other day and I was like, oh man, you
Wow.
poor people over there.
Wow.
I didn't hear why the guy did it though.
I don't think
Oh
nobody
well,
knows.
he was cheesed off, I guess, with his ex and her new boyfriend and all that stuff, and he planned the whole thing for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, it was a mess, man.
crazy.
I mean, there's a huge amount of effort went into that before it even happened.
I heard it's the biggest mass shooting you guys have had ever.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Like there was 22 deaths, I think. Yeah, so that's
I
pretty
thought it
good.
was 17, but that's new. That's 22.
No, I saw on
Yeah,
Facebook.
I think it's up.
Yeah.
It's up to 22 now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he went around and burned a whole bunch of places, eh?
Oh really?
Yeah, he went around and the reason the numbers go up is because they go rooting through all the buildings that he burned and they find more people in there.
Oh, so those are burn victims, not shot victims.
Yeah, it's both. So
Mm.
anyway, it's a horrible tragedy.
Yep. On a brighter note, let's go back to RCs.
Yeah.
I had to put that in there because I wanted to see if you guys were all right. I mean, I know that's got to affect your nation. So
Hey, Clayton, how you doing? A lot of new people. That's cool.
I like seeing GCM. I wish he was with us more often.
I see the notices on the YouTube there that there was already a live feed. That's how up I am on everything. I end up finding out the day or two after that it actually happened. I don't even know.
That's like me.
So how did you find out I was live tonight? Did you actually get the notice tonight?
No, I'm standing here building this thing and I was like, oh man, I should see if there's any decent stuff I can put on the YouTube, eh? And I turned it on and I saw the thing right there.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
See, notification does work sometimes.
Yeah,
And
it
it was still on, so I was like, oh
Oh.
man, it's still on. I might as well send a message and see if I can get on it or whatever.
I catch most of the notifications, Frank, but I know just from listening to you what you're going to do, so I look for them because
Well,
from you.
I
telling
get
me
emails from you a day or two in advance. Are you going to be on? Are you going to be on? Are you going to be on?
Heck, we all get emails asking, "Hey, do you know where Tank is?"
Yeah, last week he missed out on us for some reason. I don't know why.
Because since the lockdown has been happening, I do it on Wednesday and Thursday nights. So I decided to do it 2 nights in a row. So because
Cool.
people are home doing nothing, so I said, let's chit chat. Let's talk about stuff. So
Wyoming, I swear, should be fully opened up because they only got 6 deaths and 442 confirmed cases. I mean, they got very little people affected. And it's a small populated state. It's not a small state, but it's a small populated state.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for Tank Hill there, the 55-degree hill. I've
You're
got
gonna
a
try that
kinetic
with what?
winch on my Bronco now. So me and Stefan Robert were talking about this the other day, and I'm gonna go over there and just conquer the heck out of that thing.
Well, I want to make it longer this year. I'd love to dig it up a little bit and make it longer. So to make it harder for people that actually have fast.
Oh man.
Because the
You
biggest
should at least let
problem
me try it the way it is there before you make it impossible again. Like I've never made it yet.
No.
So I mean, you got to give me a chance, you know.
The TF2 makes it up, no problem. On 3S, the TF2 makes it. On 2S, I can't, but on 3S, I make it up with the TF2, and it's haven't done much modification to it. But my SCX10, no.
He's got to put his new vehicle through its paces, so he's got to do some.
Oh, I might leave it the same way
physical
and do another
testing
one
for it.
beside it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I got to do the Bronco on that, and I think I can do it with the Bronco. And then I don't know if I can do it with this. They're still really top heavy with the big heavy roof on there.
Okay.
But I've got the kinetic winch on the Bronco, so like I'm ready, man. Like
Yeah, with the
I built
kinetic winch, that would work.
built that just for that kind of a
Okay.
thing. So
I know you went with the hardtop Jeep body, but you could have also made it so that hardtop could actually come off.
yeah, well, it's gonna. So I got Shiny Shane to paint this up for me because he's a genius with paint. So it is all painted. I'm gonna take the roof off of this one and do the same roof that I had on my white Jeep there for my Class 2 truck from a few years ago. I actually right here I have the piece of tube for it. This is the I saved the template for this because I loved it so much. This actually goes right in there. It goes right into the dash and everything. That's where the tube work goes.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's nice.
Cool.
So that's the profile that the tube cage will be when the roof is off.
It'd
And
be a hardtop
it's
removable.
yeah, this will be removed, and then this will fit on, and actually it goes into the body holes that are already there. I do have to French it into the dash corners a little bit because it goes down below the dash into the top of the door hinge. But I'm going to build another cage for that, and then that high weight will be gone, and that thing should be a beast.
Cool.
And you should be able to still have the option of putting it back on, like if you wanted to just drive it through the snow.
Yeah, like when you got to go get the groceries there, you put the roof on, you know?
Yeah.
Another hill that's fun at my place is Sandy Hill. That's another one that's fun to do. The one at the back.
I've seen what happens in those tall dunes in Dakar that you can really just sit there and slip going up them all the time.
So much fun. Yeah, I'm wishing I had a place in the backyard now to do a bunch of crawling. So
Well, I was thinking of doing
Great.
something this weekend. I was going to post an event on Facebook saying I'm hosting an event this weekend. It's called social distancing. You can come to my event, but only for an hour, but only one person an hour can come. So in other words, by the time you're done, you got to leave, and then the next person. So book your time now. So in other words, you can do the event, you can do my trail, but you'll be by yourself.
Wow.
Just for the hell of it. It was going to be a joke more than anything, but I haven't even raked at the back yet. I got to do this weekend.
I bet you can get some takers, Frank.
I
You
know.
will get some takers. You will actually get some takers. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, and the weather's supposed to be great on Saturday, so hey,
Saturday,
you probably
yeah,
get some
Saturday's
guys.
It's gonna rain all week here.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
No,
be
here
rain
it's supposed to be
tomorrow, the
rain.
next day, the next day. It's gonna rain all the way through next Tuesday.
We're supposed to get into 2 digits here, so it should be a nice weekend.
It's supposed to be 100 something by next week.
Well, that's in Arizona. Here it's still in the 50s and the 40s. It's driving me nuts.
Trail
It was
critter.
28 today.
Oh yeah.
28,
Well, Trail
28
critter.
Celsius.
Trail Critter RC is asking, you still planning on hosting an event there, Tank? Virus pending. Yes, I am. I'm probably going to host maybe 2 or 3 this year. Another one I'm due again is called Beat the Clock. Chris, you never came for Beat the Clock.
No,
But
I missed that one.
people really enjoyed that. It was fun. The way it works is you're 2 per team. And you try to do the trail, like you know how I have 2 separate trail on each side.
Yeah.
So you do trail 1 with 2 people, and that, like, let's say you're team 1. Team 2 would be your referees, and then they follow you on the trail. So you're 4 guys, but only 2 trucks, and you go and try to do the trail as fast as you can. And if you touch it with a hand on God, you get minus points. If you rescue a truck that has fallen, you get plus points. So it really becomes how long is it going to take you to actually flip that truck? Because you can really debate because how fast you are. So it was really cool. People really enjoyed themselves, and it was fun because you get to talk to everybody. So you get to talk more. So people really enjoyed that event. I'm going to do that again. So.
That's cool.
Nice.
All right, I better go in and look after my people there.
Okay, thanks a lot for dropping in. And if you have nothing to do, come and see us.
Oh, I wish you would have stayed, Chris.
Oh, well, it was good to chat with you fellers.
Yeah.
See you, man. Take it easy.
I need to look
Yeah.
forward to the semi-trans.
See
Bye-bye.
you later, Chris. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Yeah, Frank, I am off as well. So
Cool.
I will see you guys all tomorrow night.
Talk to you later.
Going, Brett.
Have fun.
See you later, Brett.
See you, man.
Bye.
Take it easy.
See you later.
I'm still here for a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm still working, so
Yeah, you're working on your big beast.
Service didn't get uploaded tonight, so
what do what?
our church service didn't get uploaded correctly tonight or something. So I don't know what's going on there.
Oh no, they don't do it live.
No,
So they do a service and then they upload the service.
yeah, the pastor goes in and they film it and they do like a premiere on YouTube, and that way we can have the live chat and people can talk to each other.
Cool.
He works. He's a teacher. He's a chiropractor, and then pastor. So he gets a little busy at times.
Oh, I bet.
I guess he does.
Sounds it.
Yeah, I gotta start
So the
sending.
people who do
emails
the
out.
video get a little bit busy as well. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta start sending some emails out to some distributors like GCM Racing, some stores, and all that, and try to get some gifts for some of the events I'll be hosting this summer. I got some
Cool.
pretty good one last year or so on the last event.
Yeah. Actually,
I
Actually-
talked to the
Okay.
guy here that has the RC shop. He is gonna look into if he can do like a gift card for someone out here in the States for when you do your game show.
Ah, that's cool.
Good.
That'd be cool.
He didn't change systems, so he doesn't know if he can do that yet. He's gonna look into it and let me know if he can or not.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Once he gets it set up, just tell him to send me an email at the Tank RC, and I'll put his logo up and say his name a bunch of times during the game show.
Will do.
I got to start thinking of it new questions and not just about like the last one was just about new era or back in the 70s, 60s, 70s. But I got to start coming up with new ones. But the one with the picture was kind of cool. I think a lot of people enjoyed the picture one.
Who won?
I did.
Who's? Oh, Brett, you won.
Yeah.
You found my website. You found my website, right? The one I actually.
No, I didn't.
No. Okay.
No, some of them I knew, and some I was just quick on getting it through Google.
Okay.
I was
Cool.
doing the voice for Google, so it was a little quicker than typing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't do that, and I was having lag, so I said I'm not on a even basis with everybody else, so I had to quit. It just would be.
Oh, it's too bad. You were doing good.
I was doing good. I was doing good, but then it started lagging, and I started losing questions. And I know I beat everybody on. So so I'm not on an even keel, so I can't do those. It's unfortunate. I was very upset that I couldn't do that.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that. It's internet. I have no control of internet.
I'm using a different type of device to get on.
If I had an extra device, but I don't have a device like that.
Yeah.
Phone?
My phone is slow. That's why I was getting lagging after a while.
I wish you would.
I wish you'd get another device.
If I had the money, maybe I would, but I don't have the money.
You need to borrow somebody's device. Next time we do an event like this, go knock on somebody's door. It's gonna borrow your phone.
There's no way I can borrow someone else's device. Not around me. Definitely not around.
I need a phone for 2 hours. I need a phone. Come on.
Don't buy so many Tamiyas.
I haven't even bought a Tamiya in 17 years because I don't have the money for it. As bad as I want one, I can't buy one. My idea of what if I was able to get enough money, I was going to start with all the hopper body styles and then go into another stage of other vehicles. I wanted to get all the rear wheel drive versions of that, the hopper bodies, the hopper chassis. That would lead into the DTO ones because they're still hoppers but with a different rear end on them. That's what I plan on doing.
Oh yeah.
That was my theme. I was going with that theme. And then I was going to go with the 2-wheel drive independent rear suspension buggies. And then eventually I would get to the 4-wheel drive buggies. I'd start getting all the 2-wheel drive buggies first, even the real expensive ones. That's what I wanted to do. But I don't have the money to do that.
Yeah, there's priorities in life, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You're asking what the best on-road car for drifting under 150 is? A good question is, where are you going to be drifting it? And if it's going to be at a track, you might want to find out if they allow any type or if it's rear wheel drive only or what their specs are.
I've seen a lot of events with all-wheel drive, 6-wheel drive, all that type of stuff. And because they have three axle ones now that I've been seeing that they're doing in Europe.
Yeah. But a lot of places here in the States, I know, are rear wheel drive only for drifting.
Yeah, I know.
So he's got to find out where he's at, what they allow.
Yeah,
if
and
he's
I
going
think
to be
they
outside, just one side, anything you really want to set up, just put drift mode on it.
You have to have different tires for outside drifting, don't you?
Yeah, they have different compounds for it all, yeah.
The cheapest for 150, that's pretty low for drifting. The only thing I can think of for 150 would be a Tamiya, and you remove the front wheel drive on it, and you just make it rear wheel drive, and you could drift.
You can also drift it all wheel drive as well.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, no, hey, don't forget the MO6s. You could drift the MO6s. That would be rear wheel drive for you.
Yes, the MO6 can be a rear wheel drive. But to get those drifters that really have turning radius like stupid nuts, 60 degree and up, like I don't think you can get that for $150.
No, well, you can buy a chassis kit for that. It's not going to include electronics, body, wheels, all that stuff.
Okay, that's from who?
Sakura, the
Sakura?
You can get that for probably around, on sale, you can get them for about 130 or so for the kit.
Okay.
Nice kit to build, but they take a lot of extra parts to get the handle right.
Yeah.
You got Red Cat Racing for 150.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can
the
get
Red
the
Cat one, yeah.
Thunder Drift or whatever it is, the belt one. That one works real good.
Nitro RC, RCX.com. They got one for 150.
So
That's
is Yoka.
basically.
Yeah,
So
but
is Yokomo.
Yokomo, yeah. 2-wheel drive.
You're gonna get they don't have ready to runs.
Okay.
They're kits only.
But you're right. You do have to check your local track. If you're going to race it with other people on a local track, so most of them have rules of what you can run and what electronics also. So you got to be careful.
Sort of like with the
electronics
14
not so
scale
much,
trucks.
but mainly tires for spec tires for whatever surface they're running. If they allow all-wheel drive, some do have regulations for like the wing height, depending on their surroundings, their scale accessories around the track. Hit stuff and destroy it that way. It all depends. Clayton, where are you located at?
And also some on roads, that are actually on top of my head, that are just plain generic on-road vehicles. The Vatera, actually, the on-roads.
Yeah, Vatera, pretty good.
Very good. And also the Traxxas Vortex. I mean, also you can actually just get the chassis by Traxxas as well.
I actually tried drifting the Vortex, and it's not the greatest.
Okay.
A lot of the on-roads, if you're wanting to just for goofing around outside, it's fine. But if you want to do anything to get any real control out of it, you've got to really rework the rear suspension and the rear differential to lock up differently.
Right.
You don't want it to be, well, you can have it locked fully or you can have it open. My RMX is an open diff and my D4s are locked, but they handle completely different.
Do you have one with a semi limited slip differential?
That's like what the RMX has. It's not super easy to turn, but it does turn. Here, let me go grab it.
He says
he
he's
has
in,
one.
Hazelton, PA.
And then he also did mention that he says, no, it's just to play around. Then you drive it to kill time and spend time with the son.
Yeah. I do know there's a couple tracks out that way.
Yeah, he says it's just to play around in the playground or on the driveway.
Get a Red Cat Lightning and throw some drift tires on it. That would be a blast.
There you go.
There's, don't forget, they sometimes I have tracks on like wood gymnasium floors.
Purple. My wife would love that one. It's purple.
Oh, yeah. This is my RM 2.0 kit setup
with
but,
purple
you got
parts
a video
on
that one on your YouTube channel. I saw that one.
Yeah. Yep. See, this is an open diff, but it's not. It's kind of tight.
That's what she said.
Something Sean would say. Sean would do that.
But I mean, very loose on the shocks, and it does have decent angle.
Yeah, that's decent.
That's yeah.
I mean, it's nothing real outrageous for a setup. Still a plastic chassis. That's the only upgrade that's not been done to it.
And the pretty purple parts, the pretty purple aluminum parts.
Those are all MST, but they were limited edition. So these are hard to get pieces.
Yeah. All right. Now the question is, are you turbo and how much are you boosting?
This one is set up for it, but as I've got it on the controller right now, it is no boost or anything. When I hit boost, it gets stupid.
Oh yeah. Backhoe says the RMX has ball diffs.
They have that, but they also have a spool available, or they do have a gear diff available.
Oh yeah.
They're harder to find. But yeah, this is the ball. It was the first time I drifted the vehicle with open dip was this car, and it's great. I can make nice tight transitions and all, and I'm not the best driver in the world.
You got awesome magnets there. I see you got cool magnets.
Yeah. Yep. I've got the matching setup for the back that's on the front, the purple, but
Cool.
with this body I'm running, they don't fit.
Okay.
So what's your best one? I know you do have many.
This
That
right
one?
here.
Right there. Okay.
Yep.
So second best.
This, with the body I've got and the radio and everything, probably to buy it new and set it all up, if you could find the purple stuff, you'd be well over 1,000.
Oh my God.
That's not what I have in it.
1,000. Oh man.
This body right here alone, it's an ABC, that was $55.
Oh yeah.
And he painted a shiny black.
Yep, just did black, the gunmetal flares, and all the chrome on the bumpers and everything. That's the Spaz Sticks chrome. Okay. So
That's a GTR, right? Nissan GTR. Skyline.
An old one. It'd be an old GTR body.
Yep.
Is it a GTX or just the GTR? Because there was a GTX back in those days.
it's the I can't even think of which one it is now.
They had 3 different trim levels in that car, and the GTX
Actually had 5.
Oh, I thought they had 3.
Nope, they had 5. Yeah, and I just blanked out completely. It's supposed to be the 73 model year.
They had like you said 5 or 3 or 5 of them back then.
Yeah.
The
All I know
GTR
is
was
the
the top.
Skyline. All I know is the Skyline GTR.
Yeah, but back in that day, that the GTR was the top of the line, and the GTX was next after that.
Yeah.
And there were some others after that.
Yeah. Clayton, no sound kit. I don't run sound kits on my drifters at all. It throws the balance off and they don't handle very well. This one I do have it set up to put lights on it, but I don't have the light kit in it.
Oh, there's Frank's GS.
My buddy gave me this body a while back, Lexus, and I put the skeleton thing on it, but I did not put this on any truck yet or any car. But it's just a sticker on the side, but it's got all the light buckets for it.
Yep.
So he actually gave me this body a while back. He says this is a very rare body to find these days. So
Yeah, it's from Tamaya.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've got
I
one of
got-
those, the HPI version,
Oh yeah.
Did you know?
set up for buckets and all in it.
You know-
Hard to see on this one.
You know what? Back more than 10 years ago, they were racing the GS with the sports car, and it was like the biggest car out there, and the only one with like an automatic transmission or semi-automatic. We wanted to do it. That was the only one they had there doing that in the sports car challenge. They were running GSs.
So this is the drifter I got from my son,
That looks like a Talon.
and it's a
Pretty
Sakura
clips.
D4.
Sakura D4, yep. All-wheel drive. That's what my black chassis D4
Yep.
started as, and I converted it over to rear-wheel drive.
The guy that had it balanced with weights. Like there's a lot of weights in the front and the back, but it drifts very good. Like he's got it balanced very good, and the turning angle on it is good. It's not as good as yours, but Sakura D4 is a nice little drifter. But I've drifted this on
All-wheel
the
drive, you can't go much more than that.
yeah. I know because of the CVDs, but this thing I've had it on the street, so that's why the tires are kind of wrecked a little bit. But
Yeah.
What
it's
tires are those?
I have no idea. I have
They're
no
probably
clue.
the
Name on the side?
I have
they're
no,
probably that Jamujin or the one that starts with a T. It's out of Japanese.
I have no clue what tires these are.
Hmm.
But it's a nice drifter. I picked this up pretty cheap as a roller, and I put my own electronics in it. So
What size motor you got in it?
3,500 kV.
That's fairly quick. That's moderately quick.
If you can find one, you can put like a 17.5 or 13.5 in it, centered. It'll completely change the way the thing handles
Oh,
and transitions. So, yeah, no, the D4s are nice.
Yeah, this one is belt driven. Somebody asked a question, is it belt driven? But hey, that's my first real drifter, or like the only one I have other than Tamiya and HPI that I have. So, but this is basically built for drifting.
Yep. There's the more original I have. Doesn't have a whole lot of angle on it, but it still handles pretty decent.
Okay.
Got my ESC on the back.
That's pretty much the same chassis as mine.
Yeah, it's the exact same chassis.
Yep.
Just I pulled the front dip and everything out. And for the front shock, I made a relief in the front cover so it doesn't bind up.
Yeah, but you got a mono shock in front of you. Your shock is different than mine on the front.
You've got the dual shock on yours?
Yeah, I got dual shock on mine.
Okay, because this one is the black edition. It came mono shock.
Okay.
But I've got the clone right here, carbon fiber with all the aluminum.
Cool.
Wow.
That
And,
you
and
get off
so
of,
you're saying that one's actually not the best one you got, really?
yeah,
Wow.
Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's performed good.
yeah.
Well,
Thing here, it handles better than the monoshock chassis.
Okay.
But this chassis, you can get it off of Amazon or something like that, with different wheels and all like that. It'll be a roller for like $140.
That's pretty good.
It's decent, but it's not the best thing out there. They do drive like a tank. So that one's got a little better.
My
angle.
tank.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've done a conversion on this for the servo because I've got a different rack in. I've got a slide rack, and I've got the servo sitting the different direction. I got it 90 degrees. So,
I'm just curious. Why doesn't anybody make a rack and pinion system for their drift cars?
look up the Rhino Max.
We should talk.
It's not common.
We should talk about drifters tomorrow night and do a show just about drifters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brett's the
Rogers you got to talk to.
Show up.
Brett's the aficionado.
Show some web page and all that of different cars. You should send me some links of some different stuff we can talk about for tomorrow.
Like the Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino Max, that was a limited edition vehicle. There was only like 30 of them made.
Oh, really?
There's a couple of them that are like that. I know some guys that have those. I can give you the links to the pages so you can put up videos from that.
So
rack and pinion.
So Clayton is asking, you paid 140 for that pink one?
No, I got it in the trade.
Oh, you got it on the trade?
The trade.
Well, what name brand is that pink one? Your one in front of you right now?
I don't remember the brand name. I found it on Amazon.
Okay.
And I put in Sakura D4 Drifter, and it came up showing this as an available, and I found it for 140 bucks. I mean, I've seen it from 120 to 180, but the average is about 140.
Every time I look for drifters, 4x4 drifters are cheaper than rear-wheel drive drifter. Why is that?
It's because the suspension stuff you got to have in the two-wheel drive to get the angle and everything right is usually a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
It's a different quality and better quality stuff that you need to have. So, but
Yeah, and to go drifting, actually, that's a whole different genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets crazy, man, when it comes to upgrade.
it's a blast.
Yeah, I did it for a while there. I got
There's
videos.
There's a guy who made the station wagon a drifter, but it used, instead of the suspension, was done by actuators of the servos.
Yes, I
Servo suspension on him.
Yeah, it's got an Oldsmobile body on it. Yeah, I went nuts over that because I'm an Olds freak.
Oh yeah.
That is some car. It doesn't, for what he's saying, it doesn't handle the best, but he did it for more realism than anything.
Yeah, it was very scale.
Yeah.
And the movement is very scale too.
Yeah. Backo, you are correct. People are moving away from counter steer chassis and going to rear wheel drive. I do still have all wheel drive cars though. I've got a Street Jam and I have a D3 that's still all wheel drive.
Yeah.
What's a CS chassis?
Counter.
The what?
Counter steer.
Counter steer? Okay.
Yeah. It's for the all wheel drive, it's more of a gearing setup where you overdrive the rear diff so it goes faster in the front.
Yeah.
It helps counter steer the chassis on its own without having a gyro or anything.
Yeah, that, I wonder how much it costs for that guy to do that Oldsmobile station wagon that way.
I know the body itself is not very cheap because that's all 3D printed. So,
oh wow,
I think he has more in that than I have in these three cars right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So since you have experience, with in the drifting scene, so what's your take on all-wheel drive and just rear-wheel drive? Which one is easier?
Easier to initially drive right off the bat would be all-wheel drive. But to get more scale, to have better control, and just overall more fun, the rear-wheel drive is the way to go.
Yeah, and to have tandem, you need rear-wheel drive with a gyro to play tandem.
Well, any rear-wheel drive drifting you're going to do, you will need to have a gyro.
Yeah, unless you're really good at it. There's not a lot of people that can drift with a rear-wheel drive in tandem without a gyro.
It's very rare for anyone to not have a gyro.
Yep.
Rear-wheel drive. That's right there on this one. Excuse me. Allergies suck.
I know the feeling with the coughing there.
But I've got, this is a cheap Slidology that I got on an RC Mart flash sale for like $20. Works great.
Yeah, we talked about that the other night about gyros, but I forgot to actually order one. I gotta order one.
Yeah. Check out RC Mart, see what deals they got going right now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
This one, I'm using the stock gyro off of my RMX.
That one looks smaller than the four-wheel drive.
It should all be the same wheelbase.
It's the same chassis.
Oh, okay.
And now, see, the terminology of saying gyro, and I'm sure if I mess up, probably you can correct me, but gyro is more like an assist, right? If you're gonna go into a turn, you just like the movie Cars, you go left to go right, and then the gyro just helps you from there, right? I mean, it just keeps the car stable.
Yes, it helps stabilize the car, make it easier to control.
Yeah. They make it like the weight distribution's better.
It does nothing for weight distribution at all.
No, but it makes it feel like it's handling with weight distribution.
A little bit.
It's more of turning, more than anything, just to keep the car with that angle that you desire, at a, as what they so-called drift.
I noticed that if the drifters, they squat in the back and the front end comes up, it bounces up and down.
Yeah.
Some do, some don't. It depends on how you have it set up. Some people set it up with the squat, some set it up for anti-squat. It all depends a lot for the way the person drives and what the chassis likes.
Yeah, mine's got so much weight on it in the front and rear, it's not going to lift. It's not going to go anywhere.
I mean, it's not papa wheeling. It's just showing the suspension relaxing, going upwards.
That's correct. But yeah, it all depends on how you set up the chassis, because I can set both of these D3s up in different ways and they will handle completely different. And one will look like it's squatting down in the back or bringing the front end up, and the other won't.
Here's another question that I'm actually also curious on the gyros. How do you set them up on your receiver, or how do you set them up in general?
Okay, for that you need to have a third channel on your radio that can be adjusted, not just the on-off on switch.
Okay, so you have
That way you can have a fine adjustment. Let me grab a radio. Hold on.
I'm curious because you can actually put a gyro on a, like, for example, a basher.
Yeah.
And that'll do, awesome too.
You can. Let's see. Like on this DX3S, I go into auxiliary settings, and it will have an auxiliary trim setting, and I go positive, negative, and that will affect the difference on the gyro for gain.
Oh yeah.
There's a gain setting on the gyro, but I usually leave those set at 50%. Just leave that dead even.
Okay. And I'm assuming, I guess, for both outputs, in case you want to go left or right, does that help? Or
well, you can change your trim, you can change the speed of it, the full throw, all of it, depending on which side you want. I mean, you can make left less than right, or more, or whatever.
Right.
It all depends on for setting the gyro to actually change left to right. Not really.
Oh, okay.
That just goes, and the gyro does what it does.
Right. So it's just an assist, and then so on the receiver that you must have a 3-channel receiver, correct?
Yes, I've got the SR3 or 3300T in this one, and I've got the steering, throttle, and then on auxiliary, the gyro has a plug that has a single wire going into it, and you put that in the signal section.
Signal, okay. Because there's positive, negative, and signal, right?
Yep, you put it in the signal, and then it controls it from there.
Okay.
Look at that.
Driftomaniac says, what does everybody think of the Tamiya drifters?
They're not bad.
The drift spec, like they have different specs. There's drift specs and all that, but like compared to a Sakura D4, it's it can't compare to that.
Well, a D4 with that, they're not too far off, honestly, in my opinion, for what I've driven. But comparing that to an RMX or a YD2 or something like that, that's apples and oranges.
Yeah, because he says he can, with the rear wheel drive, he can actually drift without a gyro.
You can, yes. It's just very difficult on a very tight technical course to do any kind of fine control.
Then here's also another comment that caught my attention, and it's from Nestle's Bat Shop. It says, not all gyros require third channel. adjustment via third channel is sort of a premium feature. Not needed, but nice. So does that mean that there are gyros out there that you just pretty much plug and play?
Yes.
Yeah, you can get the old HPI gyros and all, but for doing this to get the fine control that you want and need so you can dial in everything the right way for you for the way you drive, a third channel it's a major help.
So
Yeah,
it's
but-
kind of like more of a hookup, more than anything.
Well, it's because if you have it on your remote control as you drift, you can tweak it as you drift. If you don't have it, then you have to stop, take the cover off, then tweak it, then try again. And if it doesn't work, put the cover back on and try it. And then if it doesn't work, take the cover back off, tweak it again with the tweaker. Like it becomes very time consuming to tweak it if you don't have it on the third channel.
That's true, but and there's also some of the gyros, even though you can adjust the gain on there, and as I was saying, some of them aren't as fine an adjustment as you can get with having the third channel on the radio and just going 1 point by 1 point. Sometimes in the gyro, you move it just a hair and you want to move that much and it goes that much inside by the brain. So it's not as great of a control.
Okay.
Sounds like it's weighted differently. It's an idea like it's weighted differently.
No, it's I call the pot inside the gyro, the adjustment pot. It's not as fine. Like this Slideology, it's a cheap gyro. I move the gain and it goes in more of an adjustment than say my Yokomo V4. I move it the same amount and it's a more fine adjustment.
Okay.
Hey, Gabriel, you planning on buying a drifter?
No, I mean, I drifted in real life, okay, but in RC, I've never drifted anything. But I mean, I know that they're pricey, but where I live, my location, even tracks that probably may have, a drifting event. Yeah, that's very rare here, El Paso, Texas.
All you need is a big parking lot.
Tracks in Texas did close.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do see them, I do see them in YouTube. I've seen a couple in real life. They're amazing. They're awesome. But the thing here is, if I get one, well, I mean, I would just be drifting it outside, and actually, I would actually be hurting it if I actually drifted outside with. Can I drift on asphalt per se?
Yeah, get the right tire compound. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I may consider one.
Yeah, if you don't want to mark up the chassis, you can find different companies that make chassis protectors, or you can just take the thick, clear packing tape over the bottom of your chassis with 3 layers, and you're good.
Gorilla tape, clear Gorilla tape also.
Yeah, do 2 layers of that, and you're good.
It's just like these tires, they're normal drifting tires for carpet, but I've actually used them outside. They're all scratched up now, but I don't care.
Yeah.
All drift tires end up getting scratched up anyways. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah, I would. Bunch of those things.
Uber all run on carpet, and there's marks on them.
Yep. They're marks from just the friction alone of the carpet.
Oh yeah.
And look, and myself, I do own 2 on-roads. Okay, one of them is the HPI Flux, converted into the Denso Toyota Supra. It's a belt drive, HPI, very basic. And then I also have a Vatera, actually the green Ford Mustang, it looks like Bullet. Yeah,
Out of the
those are the only
2, I would run the HPI. They actually handle a little better, and they have better angle on the steering.
Yeah, they do.
Throw some drift tires on it and go.
Well, here's my dilemma with mine. Okay, reason why I hardly use especially my HPI, is every time I use it, pebbles try to get into the belts, and I always bust the rear belt. Always.
Yeah, I've made my own little guards to block stuff from that. I usually, if you do that, It's guys like this on the bottom. You got the opening at the dip. You tape over it, and you don't have anything coming up there as easy.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Now, I
Is-
never had to change. I never had to change a belt in my Sakura, but if ever I do I have to open up the whole thing, like the diff in the front, the way
Depends.
the belt goes on?
It
the
depends.
front, yeah, the front is more difficult than the back.
Okay.
The back is real easy. You basically just take the 4 bolts off the top there, you remove that, and pop the diff out. The front, you've got to move a few more things, but it's not that hard. They're just a pain in the butt.
Okay.
If you need a front belt, I have an extra one. I pulled off mine.
No, it's still on there, but I was just looking at it and thinking, I go, I wonder how to change it. So, and I guess the pinion, the center spur, I guess there's screws that you actually take off, and the whole thing just comes off, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
My opinion is, it's fairly easy. Just like AC Froggy says, just remove anything that it's in the way of just removing
that's
the
what-
belt.
that's what's nice about.
Go ahead, Brent.
That's what's nice about the Tamayas. You can take out the diffs for just taking out a few screws. You can just pull them right out.
Yeah.
A lot of Tamayas are like that.
These aren't
Yeah.
much different than that, honestly.
No, yeah, and they're not. I mean, they're very simple. Okay.
Yeah.
Even the HPI,
do
all I got to
stir.
do is just remove the screws, and boom, there it is.
Yeah. Well, I can see here, I got to take the shock tower off and take off the 4 screws, and the rear comes off. And at the front, it's almost the same
Shock
thing.
tower off. You can just take those 4 screws off, and it'll all come up.
That's true.
So when I got the thing, like I said, it was just a roller, and I had to strip it all down and replace all the bearings in it. So
It's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it to fix the ball bearings. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, I live about almost 2 kilometers to the school, which is not even a mile, or almost a mile. But anyways, from my son's school. So one day we walked to school. So I walked him to school, and we took the drifter. So he was drifting all the way to school. And then
Nice.
when I dropped them off, I took the car, and then I drove it all the way back to my house. But as I was walking, so it was a fun walk.
Yeah.
it sounds like it sounds like we're going to get some more drifting videos as soon as we get the lifted stuff out, lockdown
Right.
lifted.
Probably.
We have more. What?
Probably, yeah.
And because of AZ Froggy, because everybody's going to be getting into the drifting because he's so good and knows so much about it.
Well, I mean, AC Froggies, I mean, that's pretty much his bread and butter, right? I mean, also big rigs and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm more into the big rigs now. I'm not going to get into this very much, but I'm not very welcome at our local track anymore.
Oh.
No, because I told some facts about some things, not in a mean way, and people got a major attitude. I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta hate that when that happens.
no, it's no big deal for that. No, and I don't know everything. I know a lot of the basics. Honestly, I know plenty of guys that could tell a lot more about it than I know. I have fun with it. I've been running these outside. I've got different tires, of course.
Cool. See you later, Nizo.
What's that?
I said, see you later, Nizo. Somebody was leaving.
Later. No. I mean, this was actually if you want, team body, the color setup.
Cool.
So.
It almost looks like it has Venturis on the back.
What?
It looks like it has some type of aerodynamics in the back.
Yeah,
just the way the chassis is, it looks like it could be used as downforce in the back.
It is.
Yeah, it's a wind diffuser.
Yeah, wind diffuser.
Believe it or not, I take this off of this chassis, and it handles completely different.
Oh yeah, it
Not
must.
the speed of it; it's
That-
actual dynamics of it.
Yeah, that's because that has to do with their aerodynamics.
Yep. But even at the slower speeds this thing's going, that's what amazes me on it is how well it works.
Oh yeah.
So let's see, where is it? Is that it? Yep. Yeah. There you go, Frank. Lexus.
Cool. Got the light buckets too?
No, this one doesn't have light buckets. It's
Okay.
not painted, so I could make some and put in there. But this one was actually given to me by a friend of mine.
Okay.
I don't run it a whole lot.
In
Purple.
real life, that would be an LS, right? Like a 460.
It would be. It's a GS model.
LS 460, yes.
Oh,
yeah, mine's
Oh,
a
that's
GS 400.
it is a GS.
And then
Oh, no,
this is the body that
this
actually
is
came
lots of-
on the RMX when I got it.
That would be an Eagle.
Yep, Evo 9. That's also an HPI, and it is quite on the flimsy side.
You have a lot of purple cars.
Yeah, I do.
You
Like I
like the
said, this
royalty
came
color.
with the RMX. This one was given to me, but I've also painted a number of them myself. So
Purple means royalty, man.
Find any contact self cell.
Oh, somebody's phone answered a question.
Uh-oh.
And that's what she said. Let's say someone said the right key for it. But I want to show this to you guys real quick. One of my subscribers actually sent this to me.
oh wow.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a great
Cool.
banner, right?
Yeah, hand painted sign. Was like a pit board. It's kind of like some kind of like a kind of like tin or
10.
sheet
Okay.
metal.
Cool.
That
That's
was
awesome.
Did a good job, that's for sure.
You
He does. Apparently, he does airbrushing for vintage and hot rod vehicles, and so he makes all these signs and stuff as well.
Just imagine what he could do to a 10th scale body.
He does some wicked things from what the pictures he's been seeing, showing me.
Has
Cool.
he been showing you hobby cars?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably pretty damn good.
Oh, they're pretty good. Yeah. So that was really nice for him to send that to me because he knows that next month is going to be my 10 years of being in the RC world and being here on YouTube. So I want to send you a gift.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice, man.
You
Congrats.
could use that. You could use that as a sign before you do a video. You put that in front of the camera, and then you pull it away and show the car.
Yeah.
That you could use it for that way.
Yeah, it's really neat when you get gifts from that from a complete stranger or a follower, and it's really touching. It's really nice to see that the work you're doing is touching somebody so much that he actually pays it back in a different way. That's really neat.
Yeah, it's like I had another person sent me this right here, a wooden plaque that's been engraved.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice burned.
You
Yeah,
can do the same thing with that in front of the camera, then show the car.
Yeah.
You got two different ways of doing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool, man.
That's how, I think you should do a video like that with them. Put it in front of the camera, and then you reveal the car.
Yeah, it's
There's
almost
that creepy laugh.
that's received. Yes.
Cool, man. Congratulations on those 10 years, man.
Yeah.
Decade.
That's I never thought I'd last this long.
Cool.
Are you gonna be doing some construction videos with the construction vehicles?
Not here lately or anything.
I assume you're gonna eventually do a video of that.
You got to start digging up the back.
Yeah. Go back to my overgrown crawler course.
And you put the construction vehicles on there, ready to control, tearing it up.
Yeah, it'll take all day to tear it up.
But it'd be
Clayton
fun
D-
to do it that way.
Clayton DRC says congratulations on your 10 years, and he's saying that he's gonna sub to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
RC84, if you have been around for a while, you might have seen this thing and can give me some info on it. Was supposed to have been featured in RC Driver.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a Parma body.
I don't know if it's the Parma, if it's the
Pro line.
or
No,
what.
Pro never make that kind of stuff. At least I don't think of. I think it's Promer or Promer. I think it is.
Parma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
I said Parma.
Plastics also has one as well, but I don't know if they were making it at the time this was supposed to have been done. It's a thicker version.
Yeah.
And it's also a chop top.
Yeah, it's a 50 Merc.
Yeah.
With a chop top. You mean they lowered it?
It's a full custom, Brad. Yes.
Trail Critters said J Concepts maybe.
I'm not honestly too concerned about the body itself. I'm more wondering who might have done it and when.
Okay, who done the paint job, you mean, or who done that
Yeah.
body?
Who did the paint job and when? Because like I said, I got this like this. It was actually in a trade. It was in a box of stuff I got.
Okay.
And it's purple.
Yeah. But it's got green flames, so
Yep.
I mean, I'm just curious as to who had it, who did it, that sort of thing.
You need to find the name brand of that body and do some search on forums.
Yeah.
And find out from there.
Oh well.
Yeah, that I don't know. Well, I won't be able to tell you.
Yeah.
Has anybody actually used gold leaf on a hobby car body?
I've seen numerous on drifters.
And actual gold leaf?
Yes.
That's expensive.
Oh yeah.
Never want to touch that body again after you do that because of the money you put into that.
Tony, that's a good idea. Thank you.
It looks like a Parma body to me. I just, that's what it looks like.
I don't know. It's a touring car size, but it's narrow. So, like I said, it's thick.
That means it'll take abuse.
Yeah.
Is it McAllister by chance?
No, McAllister had one similar, but they never did one this thick. Because I already asked.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I was just trying to throw a name out there.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Believe me.
I need to find a new drifter chassis because I have this body to make a drifter out of.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
What's the wheelbase on that compared to your Sakura?
It would fit on the Sakura.
But there wouldn't be 10. It wouldn't be 10 scale anymore.
No, it wouldn't, but it'd still be cool on the track.
Yeah.
Is wide enough or is it narrower?
I'd have to go get the Sakura and check.
Looks like Tank's gonna be Miss Frizzle now.
Yeah.
Because I took my Ford body off and I put the bus on and it actually fit. So
cool. And that's on a Tamiya base chassis, right?
Yeah, the TTO one.
Yeah. And it should be close. The wheelbase track width might be a little bit much on the Sakura. Because they tend to be a little bit wider.
I think the width is going to be more an issue. Yeah, it's much wider.
Is it mainly just the wheel offset or is it everything?
Everything, because the screw, these don't have a big offset on it. I'm making a lot of noise here, but you can see on one side.
Yeah.
Oh wow, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That would be a 1/18 scale.
just wait,
school
just
bus.
wait. I can't hear anything right now, but okay. You can see here.
Yeah.
Need to be a little bit narrower.
Yeah. I can try to see if I can figure out a different chassis that'd be narrow enough for you. Or it has that you can get adjustable width arms at least.
Yeah, change the width of the arms, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some of those are available. It's just whoever makes them, they want a premium for them.
Oh,
It
yeah.
seemed to fit better on the truck, my 34 TT01. It seemed to fit a little bit better on that one.
Yeah, that's a narrower chassis width.
Yeah.
Frank, if you put that on a 10th scale chassis, it's going to become a 1/18 scale bus.
Yes, I don't care about the scale, Brad. I really don't care about the scale. I put my 34 Ford, which is on a 1/10 chassis on, and I put that beside my my RC 4-wheel drive, Trail Finder 2. And man, the Trail Finder is so much bigger. And both of them are actually 1/10 truck. And let me tell you, that 34 Ford truck theoretically would be bigger than a TF2. And a TF2 is theoretically smaller than a Jeep, but if I put it beside my Jeep, it's about the same size. So when you're talking about cars, they are not made to scale. They make the body fit the chassis.
A lot of times, yeah.
Well, that's why a lot of cars, a lot of like Slash and all that, they all out of proportion. Everything is like squished and stretched because they want it to fit the wheelbase.
Well, also a stadium truck or short course truck like that compared to a regular size pickup is a lot bigger, and it does have proportions way off, which a lot of people don't think about.
Is that an ARC-7?
Yeah, FD.
FD3S, baby.
Yep.
That's why they say with even the drag cars and stuff like that, the pro lines, you got to put the bandit arms and stuff on them.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That body style is the second to the last before they stop the RX-7.
Yep. So
even though they're bringing back the RX-7, I've seen the prototype.
Yeah, rumors.
Yeah, that bus body, I built that to put on my Wheelie King. It was a body that they had, and you could buy it and put it on the Crawler King or Wheelie King. The wheelbase doesn't fit, but the body's so high up that didn't matter. But I did not like it, even though it was still up. It was when it was flexing the suspension, it was still hitting the body. So I didn't like it on that truck. So I got to find something else for that body. But I like the look of the bus. It's kind of cool.
I always call the Crawler King the rollover king because that's all it did was roll over.
Yeah.
Rollover king. Rollover play dead king.
Right. That's the official first ever hobby grade vehicle. And yeah, after a month with it, I was like, I got to get something else. This thing just keeps rolling over.
Oh, was it a Crawler King or a Wheelie King?
Crawler King.
Crawler King, okay.
Yeah, that's why I call it.
They are very top heavy. That's true.
They are. So, yeah, it didn't take me long to go to axial.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's a question. I know one of the answers that I'm going to get by somebody here. Drive shafts. I got to get some for a Bandit. I want to get steel ones. I found the MIPs, but I know people's views on MIPs.
I've broken MIP stuff. I've broken Entity, Integrity, whatever you want to call it. Anything can break if it's not right. But for Bandit stuff, you're kind of limited on what's available.
Yeah, I realized that. That's why I seen them. And I knew you were going to jump on the MIP stuff because I seen your rant on MIP.
Yeah, just everyone thinks because it's higher price, it's always going to be better. That's not always the case. But You said I've broken those. I've broken stock. I've had stock that's always been MIP. So
I know the I know the MIP for the MIP rear end for the Monster Beetle is quite good though.
For me, my take would be the hot racing. I mean, I don't know if you ever consider them.
I don't think hot.
Oh, but I'm just starting to look.
Yeah, I remember.
I just happen to run across MIPs.
I remember them having them.
No,
I've ordered this. I've ordered this from Amazon. This is for the 4x4. They also have it for the 2-wheel drive, but they're the metal. They're all metal. The only thing is that the shafts of them are 5mm. They're not the 4mm bolts. So the bolt is different on these, but they're beefy. They're very strong, and they're very, and they say aluminum alloy, but it's metal. It's
That has also telescoping behavior in case when it goes up and down, the shaft will go in and out through that thing.
But for the price, I said, hey, this is the same price as if they were plastic. So I said, I need dry shaft. They're the same price as plastics. So I just ordered them and I put them on, and they're okay. They haven't fallen off, and they're doing good.
What motor are you running in it?
The what?
What company is that?
That's from Amazon. They just call it MX Fan. I just Googled dry shaft for the slash 4x4 slash, and it came up in Amazon.
Well, for the slash, I do have hot racing for slash, and those things are awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, for the price, that's why I picked these. It was for the price to.
Right.
I said they're the same price as if I got plastic one, they would cost me the same price for 4 of them.
And you need something more durable, so might as well go with the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then have in mind, Tank is Canadian, so here in the U.S. you can actually find. I think I pinged like over $45.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is probably
my
like
hot racing.
$29.99 US.
How much did you? $37 US.
Yeah, 37.65 Canadian.
Oh, okay. So it's a little cheaper than I mean, and my hot racing ones, they're very durable. They're nice. I haven't had any issues.
But the only problem, I don't know if Hot Racing has a bandit size one that guys can use for the drag cars, because they use the bandit arms to suck everything in to keep it in the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm trying to square away.
Yeah.
Oh, these would fit. They telescope very small and telescope big. So
I don't know if those would handle his motor setup though. It might be a bit too much torque. It might snap them because of those wide open sides. That's
maybe.
my thought.
Yeah, I'm just getting them because all I got right now is the plastic ones. It's running on a 2S, but I want to put 3 or 4 into the car.
Yeah.
And my hot racing ones, it's actually a hex insert, so it's pretty much male female drive shaft with a hex design, and actually my slash is a wheelie monster. I run that thing on 2S, 3S, and that thing takes a beating. But of course, huh?
You got a little more wheel slip than what he's doing when he's drag racing.
Oh yeah,
and that's yeah. But I mean, who knows, man? I mean, you can try them on, and hey,
Have you done the trick with the stock shafts to put a piece of metal rod in the center of the trans side piece?
No.
That will help this section, but it won't help the ends. If you can find metal ends.
And my biggest issue is the ends is where the little ball is. It actually gets loose after a while, and then it just snaps off.
Yep.
So and then here's another tip. The shafts from a 2-wheel drive slash to a 4-wheel drive slash. The 4-wheel drive slash, their shafts are much beefier.
They are.
I've actually done the upgrade. Putting those shafts into my 2-wheel drive slash, and they held up for quite a while. honestly. So, I mean, if that, and they're pretty inexpensive too. They're cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just starting this mess because I put the 4S on it earlier and I had pizza cutters, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna break a shaft and blow tires.
Oh yeah.
Well,
It's
if
just
you're
one
not
of the things. Like I said,
US only.
I just put the battery in it and just open throttle, full gun it, and I was like, whoa, okay, that's enough there.
It's a good tire test.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah.
What foams are you running in there?
Oh, I just got the Hoosier drag slicks.
Look at
Okay.
you, fancy.
Just the stock foams then?
Yeah, whatever came in the Hoosiers. They're the unbelted ones, but I'm probably gonna end up getting the belted. The way I see how them
Yeah,
things
might
balloon
wanna do
today.
that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna get off here. I got work in the morning.
Yeah, I was about to say
All right, see you later.
let's do a round table and just say bye to everybody. So we'll start with you, RC84.
Thanks for having me, Tank, and thanks for everybody coming on here and listening. Had a great time, like always. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow night probably.
Yeah, thank you very
All right,
much.
man, we'll see you.
Brad.
I'm glad that there are people in the chat, and I'm glad Gabriel joined us after such a long hiatus from the video part, as well as having Chris from GCM. That was nice to have. I just wish we had more special guest stars. Now Basher Boy's become a guest star.
Cool.
Thank you.
Brett.
Well, thanks for having me, Tank, and we will talk to you all tomorrow, I hope.
Thank you very much. John Martin.
Nice to have you, and nice to see everybody and talk to everybody. And I had to scare the hell out of everybody with the beard being gone.
No.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. And we'll keep the best for the last. RC Basher Boy.
Hey. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, the talk, everything, and good to be here. And we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.
Thank you very much. And like I said, we'll keep the best for the last, which is me. Oh, well, thanks a lot, guys. I like picking on some people, especially RC Basher Boy. I haven't seen him in a long time, so
All right.
good
On
to
the
pick
video
on him.
side, yes. On
Yeah.
the video side, yeah.
Yeah, true. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in tomorrow night. Tune in, and the title is going to be RC Talk. Let's talk drifters. So we'll try to talk more about drifters tomorrow night, and see if we can hold up for 2 hours talking about drifters. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell if you don't want to miss anything. Talk to you guys later.